Ciao, ciao. We are live. Finally, we are live. I think, yeah. What's up, Ajay? What's up? How are you doing? We are here now, finally, after a while, after dropping some content, after a mega preview. And after the Serie A started, finally, एक गेम वीक हो गया Serie A का और बहुत मजा आया आई गेस ऑब्वियसली आज वो सब बात तो करेंगे बट फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट अजय भाई हाउ आर यू डूइंग बिकॉज वी आर नाउ स्टार्टिंग विद द चैंपियंस लीग ड्रॉ जिसका ब्रॉडकास्ट या जो भी आप बोलना चाहते हो स्ट्रीम चालू हो गया है सोनी लिव पर और जो भी सोनी का चैनल है उस पे बट हाउ आर यू डूइंग बिफोर वी गेट इनटू एवरीथिंग
आई एम डूइंग वेल बट चैंपियंस लीग ड्रॉ से अपना क्या लेना देना जैसे सलमान भाईजान बोलते हैं अपना तो कल ड्रॉ है यूरोपा लीग का तो आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दैट बट या आई मीन व्हाट एन एक्शन ऑफ कैल्चियो आई थिंक बारिंग फ्रॉम दैट लेचे जेनोवा गेम बाकी सारा जो 9 गेम्स था वर वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड इट्स जस्ट अ शेम दैट अभी भी ब्रॉडकास्टर अभी तक मिला नहीं है तो अगर तो जो लोग नए नए जुड़ के आ रहे हैं उनको जो पूछ रहे हैं कि ब्रॉडकास्ट का क्या हुआ दोस्तों अभी तक वही मतलब क्वेश्चन मार्क है कि अभी तक डिसाइड नहीं हुआ कि where are we going to watch Serie A if and ever we watch Serie A this season legally if you know what I mean so it's a shame यार परम I mean मैं एक चीज तो बोल सकता हूँ जो डजॉन है DAZN उसमें जाके आप एक्सटेंडेड हाइलाइट्स देख सकते हो
हाँ
बिफोर सेरिया पोस्टेड इन द वीक before they post the extended highlights dazon mein the highlights come and it's very extensive so it's a good place to catch up in case you have missed it but live Serie A to bhai matlab it's superb I mean what can I do by the way I just want to pull out abhijay's comment है जब माधुए के ना छोटा बच्चा था तब से मैं ये हेयर बैंड पहन रहा हूँ मतलब रियली मेरा इन्फ्लुएंस है तुम्हारे आर्सेनल प्लेयर्स वैसे भी कैलाफियोरी भी मेरा बच्चा है एक तो रोमा के एकेडमी से उठा के बोलते हो कि वी हैव मेड हिम
या बट लेट मी सी who's in the house अभिजय है ऑफ कोर्स उसकी ट्रोलिंग तो चलती रहती है गुड टू सी जी टीवी सीरियल का एडिटर ऑन द
ओ यार वो
808 works
ग्रिम्सबी
depends on the browser yeah.
वो
Grimsby टाउन वाला
ग्रिम्सबी
आपको
का तो
आपको
बहुत ही
ब्राउजर
I mean,
yeah that was a whole event in itself yesterday यार मैंने भी वो गेम देख रहा था with the Benfica game it was funny like I mean personally मुझे थोड़ा ओनाना के लिए बुरा लगा because he did not have a bad time with us but still like I mean that was hilarious overall 808 डिपेंड करता है कि रॉबी पूरा ब्रॉडकास्टर बोला पूरा तेरे ब्राउजर पे डिपेंड करता है so depends on what kind of browser you use because for me it works perfectly so एक बार वो चेक कर ले तू
कौन सा ब्राउजर यूज कर रहे परम
मैं ब्रेव ब्राउजर यूज करता हूँ क्रोम इज शिट लाइक आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू Anand is here. Nice to have you, Anand. He says, "What is the spending comparison between EPL and Serie A? As EPL spending is close to 3 billion." देख Anand, वो तो भाई अभी सालों के लिए वैसे ही है ना. Like we are in that phase. We cannot compete as the famous words go. It's just not possible. Like अभी क्या ही बोले उसके ऊपर dwell करके भी मतलब नहीं है. We will discuss some transfers also with the match day review, match day 1 review and match day 2 preview. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. RS is also here, of course. Milan fans in the house. Bad news for them. Jashari injure हो गया बहुत time के लिए. So not a great start for Milan season. हाँ ये एक है और बहुत seamless है. You know there's no ads also. So I was using Chrome. 808 got better, but still lagged. I'll use Opera JX. User Chrome is not the best browser for streaming. I'll be very honest with you. It's not the greatest browser. By the way, just to give you guys an update, Champions League draw की streaming चालू हो गई है. वही अपना क्या उसका नाम है ये रेशमिन चौधरी और वो पिंटो राइट
पिंटो हाँ
Pinto and that Bangladeshi woman, right? And Cheferin, the clown is walking up onto the stage. So ये सब तो pleasant.
along with Ranieri's doppelganger
या वो नहीं है अभी तक तो नहीं है
वो आएगा ना he will come to take the balls out
हाँ देख वैसे भी हम लोग पैसा टेक्निकली नहीं कमाते हैं भाई हम लोग वी डू इट फॉर द लव ऑफ द गेम एज कॉर्नी एज दैट मे साउंड 90 days since 5-0 भाई इसका ये लोग का ट्रोलिंग तो रुकेगा नहीं वो इट्स ऑल इन गुड स्पिरिट Manesh, that's a good question. Let's first let the draw happen. Let Italian clubs draw their teams. I will have starred your comment. Then let's take a look at it. Uh, Ranieri, Giorgio Marchetti, if anybody's forgotten his actual name. Napoli and Antonio Gonde. So ये एक funny चीज है जो मैं Calcio community को बोलना चाहता हूँ. वे in Italian to troll him ना in the Serie A community they call him Antonio Gonde. Gonde is like वो लेचे से है, राइट? सो लेचे की जो लोग होते हैं उनका बहुत हेवी एक्सेंट होता है, वो जर्मन एक्सेंट
Correct.
टाइप होता है। So that's why they call him Antonio Gonde to troll him. So Shivam is here. Shivam, nice to have you here. If you want to hop on to the stream, by the way, let me know. Like if you're free, you want to hop on. तेरी क्लब भी खेल रही है चैंपियंस लीग तो नापोली क्रैशिंग आउट इन द लीग फेज वी विल बी देयर भाई ये अजय भाई का ही प्रेडिक्शन बिकॉज इफ actually Abhishek this goes hand in hand with Ajay bhai's prediction because if Conte is to get sacked he has to be out in the league phase that's how bad he has to do डिस्पाइट ऑल दिस पेंडिंग भाई तो अगर हॉयलैंड भी आ गया तो भाई इफ कीवू टेक्स इंटर टू द नॉकआउट्स इट वुड ऑलरेडी बी ह्यूज देख दिस इज अ फेयर पॉइंट एक तो मेरी अलग इरिटेशन है उस दिन कल मैंने न्यूज पढ़ा कि इंटर माइट नॉट साइन अ सेंटर बैक एंड आई एम सो इरिटेटेड राइट नाउ लाइक मेरा दिमाग घूम गया बट वी विल टॉक अबाउट इट लेटर नॉकआउट्स तो जाना आजकल कंफर्म्ड है भाई देख बात तो बराबर है चांसेस बढ़ गए हैं बट यू कैन नॉट ओवरलुक एनीथिंग ए भाई ये कितना पे किया बोल तू चेल्सी इज गेटिंग दैट अवार्ड फॉर विनिंग द क्लब वर्ल्ड
By the way,
या
जस्ट टू अपन चिंतन जब भी आएगा तभी उसे बात करेंगे भाई मिलान जशारी के लिए ऐसा 3 महीना उसको चेस किया और
हाँ
अभी उन लोग नो ऑकोफर पे इतना पैसा खर्च कर रहे हैं भाई क्या चल क्या रहा
या
है
बाय द वे ये जो चेल्सी के लिए अवार्ड रिसीव किया स्वयं सीईओ ही लुक्स लाइक मरेस्का ऑलमोस्ट इज लाइक भाई तुम लोग ने मरेस्का को
ये
क्या कर
अभिजय ने से बोला मैथ्यू हेडन लग रहे हो
दिया yeah Cheferin is the biggest prick man like he's the biggest prick out there if you know
जाने दे भाई जाने दे
yeah but nahi yaar I hope you guys are doing well by the way guys I know there are a lot of content creators from India streaming at this point but I hope you guys stick around here please do like share and subscribe we are only 10 subscribers away from 2k भाई इतने मेहनत से हम लोग 2k के पास पहुंचा दो spread the word spread the love it's only 10 subscribers more so get us to 2k if you can and I trust you guys to do that obviously we'll be talking about Serie A action don't worry पहले थोड़ा UCL draw I think अजय भाई लेट्स डू वन थिंग ना जब तक ये प्लेजेंट्रीज चल रही है
yeah
तब तक थोड़ा
let's start with the results now of game week 1
रिजल्ट्स आई विल जस्ट पुल इट अप क्विकली भाई लोग आप लोग स्ट्रीम भी चालू ही रखो तब तक थोड़ा बीच बीच में बात करते हैं the Jashari chase was so drawn out and now this it's very unfortunate I kind of feel for the player as well and you don't wish injuries upon anyone honestly ये भाई शिवम देख नापोली आई वुड से बेटर यार वी आर अपेरेंटली नॉट गोइंग टू साइन अ डिफेंडर सो फॉरगेट इंटर पुट इंटर आउट ऑफ द पिक्चर ब्रूज बीट रेंजर्स 6-0 or something yeah and नहीं but Bruges also have some good players too Alexander Stankovic
yeah
का performance देख कल fuck they, sorry for cursing but they were really good Scottish clubs Ajay got thrashed in the
trash
yeah they
and Jose Mourinho Chacha will play in the Europa League. So
oh
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
very well see, both the Chachas go against each other, Gas Chacha and Jose Chacha.
Fair enough. Yeah, Anad ka doom and gloom prediction. I like it. Anad always has some doom and gloom predictions. Bodayan is here. Nice to always have you. Can Napoli go far in the Champions League? Do you think Inter will do a repeat? देख भाई Bodayan वो इटली में वही सेंसेशन है कि Napoli can do it, but then that Conte factor is there. And I hope you don't mean Inter do a repeat because फिर से फाइनल नहीं हारना है फाइनल में भाई तू रिपीट बॉल फाइनल तक जाने का फाइनल का वो रिजल्ट का रिपीट मत मांग बट ऑल जोक्स असाइड ये सब प्लेजेंट्रीज चलते रहते हैं अरे ज़्लाटन भी आ गया यार देखो अब तो मेरे आंखें ऊपर रहेंगी स्क्रीन पे आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू चेक अंटिल ही इज देयर आई एग्री हाँ बोलो
Zlatan and Ceferin together in an ad.
ये तो लास्ट सीजन का एड है जो कॉपी पेस्ट किया है लोग ने दे डिडंट इवन मेक अ न्यू वन लाइक दिस इज कॉल्ड बीइंग लेजी लाइक इलिटरेट्स Fiorentina का ना they need to now adapt here it's a whole new phase with Pioli and everything so let's see but I agree with you they'll always be one of the better teams so let's see Ajay I'll pull up the results just take the next comments ना थोड़ा I'll just pull up the ये अपना Serie A का results ये रेशमिन चौधरी शी इज अ स्पर्स फैन है उसको पकाने दो जब तक उसको पकाना है
अच्छा स्पर्स
ये
फैन है
बाय द वे या शी इज स्पर्स बाय द वे जो टियागो पिंटो जो है ना ये इसके साथ खड़ा है उसका फनी चीज आपको याद है क्या हुआ था रिगार्डिंग अ ट्रांसफर रूमर
क्या
सो ही इसका नाम और मेहदी तरेमी का नाम के एजेंट का नाम ऑलमोस्ट सेम है सो हिज नेम इज टियागो पिंटो आई थिंक इन तरेमी's agent name is Tiago Pini or something right so when he was you remember when Taremi was close to Milan at a point before he did not get that move so उसका एजेंट ज्यादा पैसे मांग रहा था और उसके एजेंट का नाम था Tiago Pinio so they thought this UCL Milan fans thought this UCL draw wala guy is Tiago Pinio and they started abusing him on Instagram DMs and he got flooded by it So Tancredi Palmieri interviewed him on Sport Italian. He's like, भाई देखो, मेरा नाम टियागो पिंटो है, मैं यूसीएल ड्रॉस करता हूँ, मैं देख रहा हूँ, मैंने एक दिन अपना इंस्टाग्राम खोला, पूरा मिलान फैंस गाली दे रहे हैं मेरे को. There is that clip, I'll try to find it. And he's like, मैं, मेरा नाम टियागो पिंटो है, तरेमी के एजेंट का नाम है टियागो पिनियो. So that was actually a story. So that was quite funny. But let me pull up the results. Uh, that this only happens in Calcio. Like यही बोल सकता हूँ मैं. ये सब ये
Only
proper
happens in Calcio.
या Serie A ass moment है. Like जैसे हम बोलते हैं. So yeah, Ajay bhai, quickly, these were the results. हमने obviously over the top बहुत सारी चीजें in our 5 things that happened वाले short में, आपके short में discuss किया. Do check that out later. But Ajay bhai, quickly, Sassuolo lost to Napoli, and Napoli in a very convincing display. KDB in that kind of anchor role, Oliveira
So
pushing up.
KDB
हाँ,
played everywhere. I mean, he didn't have a great game
yeah.
as per KDB levels, but he had a very good game though. But
Hmm.
Conte played him everywhere on the pitch. Here. I mean, at
Yeah,
the end of the day, they didn't have a pure center forward.
yeah,
It's KDB.
yeah, yeah. And also, what I would say about this game is कि you could see Napoli was well coached, basically. वो कोचिंग ब्लूप्रिंट दिखा कि केडीबी वाज ड्रॉपिंग डीप in between the center backs, trying to play make. Oliveira was going to where Lobotka is, basically holding their line. 4-5-1 tha almost. And they outplayed Sassuolo. It was basically the
Of course.
champions of the Serie A versus Serie B. और Sassuolo अभी भी work in progress है. We have to give them that. But उन्होंने fully neutralize कर दिया था Sassuolo को. Like, actually, it could have been 3-0. McTominay even hit the crossbar and we got that iconic shot of
Yeah.
McTominay chilling on the sidelines. जैसे अगर आपने देखा होगा, he's enjoying life in Naples. And honestly, Napoli ने dominate किया. Like, Butterfinger merits के थोड़े tension देने वाले moments के अलावा कुछ नहीं था. And I feel
Yeah, I like the Sassuolo left back. क्या है उसका नाम?
ये अपना डॉइग, जॉश डॉइग.
Doik. I like him. I like him.
Yeah,
I
he's a
think
decent player. He's a
he's a
decent player.
talent.
Yeah, he's a decent talent. I personally like Boloka a lot. I feel there is a lot of potential. But one good news for Sassuolo, they've signed Nemanja Matic. I feel I am obviously it's not the same, but उसकी तरह एक anchor missing था midfield में. Sassuolo left a lot to be desired. Very unfortunate for Ismail Kone. He got sent off. I don't think it was red. Actually, वो refereeing error था because he got the ball first. But apart from that, what I'll say is कि नापोली अजय भाई पूरा dominant, like एलेक्स मेरेट को छोड़ के लुका, although अजय भाई बहुत ट्रोलिंग की थी लोरेंजो लुका की, but I feel that's a bit too harsh. क्या बोलते हो? Because it's literally his first game and he's still like
I
it's a
think
bit too.
I think this was a solid performance. Napoli just laying down the marker, saying that, "Bhai, हम champions हैं, and this is how we're going to play." So they just wanted to put that stamp of authority, कि भाई, we are still the team to beat this year as well.
Agreed. Sorry, you were saying something.
Hey, that's it. We can move on to the next game, Param.
Yeah. Just quickly, अगर आप stats भी देखो, पूरा dominance था इधर. सासोलो के बहुत कम मोमेंट्स थे और एक फर्स्ट हाफ में तो एक पॉइंट था वेयर दे डिडंट इवन हैव अ शॉट ऑन टारगेट. सो इट वाज वेरी डोमिनेंट फ्रॉम नापोली. आपके कमेंट्स में मैं आता रहूंगा भाई लोग आप लोग कमेंट करते रहो, लाइक करते रहो. आई क्विकली कवर 2-3 गेम्स एंड वील कम टू योर
ये
कमेंट्स.
छोड़ दे भाई, जेनोवा लेचे छोड़ दे. क्यों दिखा रहा
Very
है तू?
quickly, because I did watch this on the side, and funnily enough, like honestly, बोलूं तो Lecce was the better side. Like it kind of surprised me because I expected
वो तो EDF का वैसे ही रहता है. Venezia was always the better
हाँ,
side, but they
yeah.
never managed to do anything.
They never manage. Although इसमें moments must थे wherein actually both teams came close. Like Falcone के saves की वजह से Genoa did not win, and vice versa. Lecce could not take some of their chances. They did not win. What makes चीज बोलूंगा very quickly इस game के बारे में कि दोनों teams, at least Lecce is looking to shore up with some players, not Genoa. Maybe another game where Valentin Carboni was very good, Friendroop was very good, but they need a proper striker here. I'm sorry अजय भाई, आपका अजय भाई FC का लोरेंजो कोलंबो मेरे को लग नहीं रहा है कुछ अच्छा.
Lorenzo Colombo is not a 9. You play him behind a striker.
But I agree with you, but even then, यार, I don't know. I don't see the talent, but then again, see, you have Nicola Stanchu, the GOAT. Honestly, तो उसको तुम बिठा तो नहीं सकते. मतलब कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा इधर पैट्रिक विएरा को, right? But apart from that, a very physical game. I'll put it very plainly. Either side could have won it, but it ended in a draw. Honestly, I was shocked. Lecce was the better team, but let's see where it goes. Ajay, quick question. I saw this comment from somebody the other day. Do you think after being in दो relegation consecutive relegation में होने के बाद, do you think वो survive कर पाएगा finally?
EDF.
Yeah, EDF, because the squad again has taken some hits, but do you think दो relegation experience करने के बाद शायद उसको एक grip मिले कि हाँ मैं survive कर.
If he survives, it will be because the other teams were bad. Let me just
या
put it simply like that.
फेयर इनफ, फेयर इनफ. मिलान क्रेमोनेजे, इसका तो हमने 5 थिंग्स में बात भी किया था, बट अजय भाई मैंने क्या बोला था प्रीव्यू में, वन वील कम टू एसी मिलान, बट डू नॉट स्लीप ऑन दीज गाइस क्रेमोनेजे. मैंने बोल,
Yeah, yeah.
आई सेड इट फॉर अ रीजन, बिकॉज सी यू हैव दिस मैन Davide Nicola, हम बार बार बोलते हैं, बट ही इज अ relegation specialist. He gave us one of the best relegation survival stories in Serie A history, I would say entirety of it, to be fair. जो सलरनीटाना के साथ किया, और वो परफॉर्मेंस अजय भाई, ये तो भाई ये मसलमान, ये हल्क फेडेरिको, ये बैक हील कर रहा था, ये क्या कर रहा था, मतलब इसको क्या हो गया था अजय भाई, क्या बोलते हो?
भाई मतलब क्या क्या उसके अंदर पूरा एक क्या बोलते हैं, जो ब्राजीलियन बॉलर का आत्मा आ गया था, क्योंकि
हाँ
आई हैव नेवर सीन बास्केटबॉल टू ऑल ऑफ दिस. ही वाज
हाँ.
सो कॉन्फिडेंस, एंड नाउ यू हैव जेमी वार्डी पोटेंशियली कमिंग इन टू
Yeah, yeah,
क्रेमोनेजे.
yeah.
भाई
I'm excited. I don't know how he'll do, but I just want to see Jamie Vardy with Bonazzoli, Baschirotto, coached by Davide Nicola.
उफ.
क्या बोलते, but about the performance, यार, they were, see, they could have lost because Milan wasted chances. We'll cover the game very quickly because most of the chances fell to Yusuf Fofana, जिसने obviously is not the ideal man to finish and he's not having the greatest of times with AC Milan. And ऊपर से they were missing Rafael Leao. क्या बोलते हो, because very flat from AC Milan यार. And one more question for you, Saudi Ajay. Allegri is still stuck with some of his old habits, not bringing on Jashari on time, not subbing in Richie at all. You know, when
या
they
या
needed to control the game. क्या बोलते हो? Like error from his part as well.
I think it's still early years. I mean, yaar, Param, we just have to go back 1 year ago, and you saw Napoli losing 3-0 to Hellas Verona. उसके
Hmm.
बाद क्या हुआ तुझे पता है. So I think too early to judge, but Cremonese के लिए what a story, man. I mean, they never expected कि उन लोग 3 point लेके जाएंगे away from
Yeah.
San Siro, और उन्होंने कर
Hmm.
दिया. तो a big boost to Davide Nicola, and back to the drawing board for Allegri, क्योंकि लेआओ के बिना मतलब
Hmm.
लेआओ के बिना एक एक मिलान टीम है, लेआओ के साथ में एक दूसरा मिलान टीम है, which obviously I think it's something that Allegri needs to fix, and a manager of his quality will definitely find a way, I'm sure. So still early days. I still feel nothing to worry about, but then yeah, obviously you don't want to lose your opening game, and that too at home to
Hmm.
lowly Cremonese, newly promoted Cremonese. So थोड़ा एक तो वो है, but I think it's just going to get better for Allegri and Milan.
Fair enough. Fair enough. नहीं, मैन ऑफ द मैच तो बास्किरोटो ही डेफिनेटली था. देयर इज नो टू वेज अबाउट इट. आई लाइक द बैलेंस फ्रॉम Cremonese. I really hope they can survive. As your prediction, I really hope these three teams, included Sassuolo, I mean it. I genuinely think they have a chance, and it will happen after a very long time that the newly promoted three of them could survive. Milan के लिए there is work to be done. Santi Jimenez is still not clicking, and we are seeing news कि maybe शायद डॉफबिक के साथ, you never know, कुछ
यार ये
swap
तो
off.
हर साल मिलान रोमा एक टॉप करती है यार, मतलब मैं परेशान हो गया हूँ, मालूम है क्या.
Or Modric had a decent game, to be fair. So yeah, and Pavlovic, Ajay bhai, oh my god, he had the most polarizing game. मतलब
पोलराइजिंग
error
गेम
पे
या
error, फिर goal, फिर
जैसे
error, मतलब
आरएस ने बोला वही, he can't defend crosses, but then he
yeah,
popped up on the other side and scored a goal.
yeah,
मतलब it's
yeah,
crazy. And by the way,
and
speaking of Milan, they're showing Milan and
yeah.
they're showing Kaka
वो
doing
Zlatan
good
को
stuff.
ponder कर रहा है उधर चेफरीन, मतलब क्या ही बोलूं मैं. यार, but Milan fans must be infuriated at this because Zlatan इधर बिना मतलब का अवार्ड कलेक्ट कर रहा है. काम करो भाई, काम करो अपना. But Terracciano again, he had a decent game, for obviously owned by AC Milan. So yeah, we can move on from this game. But as you can see the stats quickly, very Ajay bhai, Milan had the chances to win it. ये सच है. But it mostly fell to Fofana and they messed it up, obviously. Moving on, Ajay, आपका गेम very quickly before the draws begin. Roma Bologna. ये मतलब Bologna हमेशा सीजन स्लो स्टार्ट करता है, we kind of know it. But Roma really caught them off guard. Evan Ferguson was really good. Manu Kone was really good. और वो थोड़ा kind of Gasperini का imprint दिखा आपके गेम में. क्या बोलते हो?
Absolutely, man. And मैंने ये बोला भी कि look out for Evan Ferguson. I think if he can stay fit, he will score goals for Roma. Still work in progress. Lot of things yet to be done. Good to see Hermoso also getting back in the groove of things.
Hmm.
Wesley getting
Wesley,
his debut goal.
Wesley, safe to say, was the man of the match, right?
Pakka, pakka. And speaking of Brazilians, Kaka is here
Yeah.
on stage.
Hmm.
Man,
Yeah, yeah,
Kaka,
Kaka.
Kaka still hasn't aged a single day. Yaar. I mean,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
look at him.
Much respect for Kaka. Not the, I don't know if I can say the same about the guy standing next to him, but Kaka definitely a lot of respect and love for the guy. He's too good, yeah. He's too good. But yeah, you were
Yeah,
saying
so
about
all in all, work in progress. Like I said, very happy that we got the win, all 3 points, and we have a very interesting list of fixtures. क्योंकि इसके बाद में we have Pisa away, and Pisa जैसा
yeah,
अपन देखेंगे got a very good draw I feel against Atalanta, and then Roma face Torino and followed by the derby against Lazio. So three interesting games coming up for Roma, and transfer market अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. देखते हैं सैंचो आता है कि नहीं, देखते
we
हैं
will touch upon
कौन आता है टुवर्ड्स द एंड.
the
बट
pending
yeah, we'll get to
coming to
that. But
we'll get to
I'm
that.
satisfied, but it looks like a long season ahead for Bologna, Param.
Yeah, definitely, because Immobile is out injured for what, 2 months, which is a long, long
Yeah,
time. And मैंने यही बोला था कि I didn't see the point of him starting. If you're getting in someone like an Immobile, he cannot be starting right from the first match day. मेरे को
yeah,
समझ में नहीं आया कि आप कैस्ट्रो और बेंजामिन डोमिंगेज को बेंच पे क्यों. देखो कैम्बी आ गई, ऑलवेज वाज सपोज्ड टू बी अ डिसेंट प्लेयर, बट ही इज वेरी इंजरी प्रोन. The reason why Atalanta have stocked up on attackers Ajay bhai, is because उनके attackers injury prone रहे recent years में, right? And you ended, what did he do? He ended up playing those injury prone players. This is what I didn't understand. Like Castro khelo tum, it's away in Rome. Like I didn't understand the thinking. You play Castro, you play Vitic in defense. Like आपने देखा इस बंदे ने क्या ही किया. मतलब लुकुमी gifted the first,
yeah,
gifted the
yeah,
only goal essentially. As good as
yeah.
Wesley did, then he gifted it, and his head is in the transfer to Sunderland. And उसने गलती की. I mean, his rating should be even lower. I would say like 5.3 or something. I would give him. You
Hmm.
start Vitic, you start Zortea, who is a solid right back. We know this, or you find some other way to do that. You even Ajay, like even stuff like this guy Benjamin Dominguez, as I said, didn't play. Dalinga didn't play. So I didn't understand these decision makings. I understand Italiano thoda slow start करता है, but not the greatest of displays. And they were overwhelmed. एक चीज बोलूंगा, Bologna need one more physical midfielder. They will need to cover for when Lukumi leaves, and yeah, they need to kind of address these issues for me to get back on track. So
By the way, Ranieri आ गया है.
Ranieri, Giorgio Marchetti आ गए. So
Giorgio Marchetti.
we'll stop the review for a bit, Ajay bhai, if that's fine.
Yeah,
Let's get back to discussing the Champions League, guys. हमने अभी तक 3 गेम का रिव्यू किया है. Don't worry, we'll keep you up to date with the rest as well. Let's quickly look at the comments. तब तक uh, देख यार, एक गेम में तू ये नहीं बोल सकता. दे आर गुड, दे आर स्टिल गुड. दे जस्ट एंडेड अप प्लेइंग नापोली यार. अगर आई थिंक इफ कोई और टीम होती तो वो लोग और बेटर करते. और देख वो लोग के एक दो साइनिंग्स अभी भी बचे, वो अभी तक टीम कंप्लीट नहीं हुए. ओवर हाइप्ड इज अ बिट टू मच. आई वुड से दे आर स्टिल गुड इनफ टू सर्वाइव. कहां पर रुका था मैं?
Param, do you know that since Roma have sold Alison Becker, we
Hmm.
haven't returned to the Champions League.
Yeah,
So
that's a crazy start by the way. तो मतलब फिर से मिस
it
कर
is a
दे.
It is a crazy start, and I miss these days, man. I really wish, next season we are back into the Champions League because that's where
Hmm.
we belong, to be very honest, and we need to prove that. I mean, there is no. मैं कोई ये नहीं बोल रहा. We are not there because we've not been good enough. As simple as that. Few years we were unlucky to miss out. अभी last year तूने देखा परम Bologna finished fifth and coefficient के कारण
Yeah,
Bologna got into the Champions League. Last year we finished fifth, 1 point behind Juve, बट लास्ट ईयर कोएफिशिएंट था नहीं. सो
yeah.
एक दो साल तो मेरे को भी लगा कि चलो वी वर प्रोबब्ली देयर, बट नेवरदलेस आई स्टिल फील दैट द जॉब नीड्स टू बी डन ऑन द पिच, एंड
Agreed,
आई
agreed.
टेक
And
नथिंग फॉर ग्रांटेड.
there are no free lunches as well, as they say, right? So
देयर आर नो
Roma
फ्री
Roma
लंचेस
ने
मैन.
Roma ने वो free points बहुत गवाए थे. I see Beppe Marotta sitting one seat away from Khelaifi, and all I can say, Marotta, you fucking idiot, sign a center back. Absolute ignorant pricks. I can't even tell you how pissed off I am at this, what they're about to do for the season. And I'm telling you later we can discuss this though. Napoli, देख ये तो डिस्कस कर लिया. सॉरी वो आई थिंक आई टुक these comments. I missed. Yeah, I think this is very stopped. Mourinho ka chacha. Lion is here. Carrot match or pure love of the game from the players. देख वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Like even Kazakh football is actually improving a lot. फनी चीज ये है मनज की, while they obviously play as part of UEFA and they technically represent Europe, Ajay bhai, their biggest rivals are Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan are kind of doing so well that they're very salty. So बीच में ऐसा हुआ था ना अजय भाई, प्रीवियस इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक में कजाकिस्तान का नेशनल टीम का जो हेड कोच है, ही वाज टेकिंग इनडायरेक्ट जब्स एट उज्बेकिस्तान बिकॉज दे क्वालिफाइड फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप. आई एम लाइक, मैं सोचो भाई, तुम लोग फिर why did you go to UEFA? You could have just come over to
Yeah,
Asia.
I
Like,
know.
you're such fools. Like अभी by the way,
They
हाँ,
wanted the Soviet roots, na, so
Soviet rules, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
By the way, they are just showing कि how the draw works. So मुझे याद है लास्ट टाइम भी हमने लास्ट ईयर जब स्ट्रीम किया था तो क्या कंफ्यूजन था, मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा बिकॉज इट वाज द फर्स्ट
बहुत
टाइम.
confused.
Yeah, I didn't understand, but yeah, let's move on. Nkunku going to Milan means one of Pulisic and Leao will leave. Wow, bold prediction. Fabrizio, I missed that. I'm glad I missed it. Uh, I'm glad I missed it. I'm glad I missed it. I don't think so. Nkunku won't collide with position. Plus, Max wants Leao to stay. Uh, Next season Pulic, oh, okay, running off. But let's see, यार देखते. That'll be interesting if he. Thoughts on Modric? Robbie, जैसे मैंने बोला, I think he had a good game. I think he was one of the standout players for Milan, and I think he will add definitely some valuable experience. Not just some, a lot. I feel personally. Uh, I agree, but वही है ना, इलिटरेट्स जा पाएंगे कि नहीं भाई, मतलब तू अभी देख भाई, 4 टीम है और
Illiterate,
एटालांटा का, हाँ,
illiterates है जो स्टेक
लीग
होल्डर्स है जो वहां पे बैठे हैं वहां पे.
भाई मैं
डायनासोर है.
डायनासोर, मैं आप लोग को बोल के थक जाऊंगा इस पॉइंट पे भाई. हम लोग रोज ब्रॉडकास्ट के लिए लीग वालों को मैसेज करते, हम लोग रोज वो नई प्लेटफॉर्म जो sports.com है उसको मैसेज करते, कोई रिप्लाई आता नहीं है. कल अगर आपने देखा सेरिया के इंग्लिश अकाउंट ने वो रेज ट्वीट डाला अगेंस्ट अगेंस्ट वन ऑफ द
मैंने
पॉलिटिशियंस एंड
मैंने वही रिप्लाई की कि ढक्कनो, तुम लोग कमेंट्स तो पढ़ो जो वो तुमने गंदा ट्वीट किया है, वो कमेंट्स तो
बेसिकली,
पढ़ो.
या टू गिव यू गाइस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में दिखाऊंगा ट्वीट बिकॉज अभी ड्रॉ चल रहा है इसलिए मैं नहीं दिखा रहा. बट हुआ क्या कि सेरिया ने एक मिनिस्टर ने ट्वीट किया कि द लीग गेम्स, यूरोपियन लीग गेम्स शुड नॉट बी प्लेड आउटसाइड द रिस्पेक्टिव कंट्री. लाइक जैसे मिलान वर्सेस कोमो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में करने की बात की जा रही है, फिर बारसा वर्सेस वियारियल इन यूएस, राइट. सो उसने वो ट्वीट किया एंड सेरिया आ का इंग्लिश अकाउंट ट्रिगर हो गया, जिसने भी जो भी ट्रिगर हुआ वो लोग ने रिप्लाई किया एंड एवरीबडी टुक देयर केस बिकॉज देयर लाइक तुम लोग ब्रॉडकास्ट तो सॉर्ट कर नहीं रहे हो देशों में और तुम लोग ये सब चीजें को एड्रेस कर रहे हो. सो वी ऑल्सो रिप्लाइड, मैंने भी ट्वीट किया रेज ट्वीट, बट वो सब मैं आपको कॉन्टेक्स्ट के लिए दिखा दूंगा. अजय, आपका संच वाला मीम अच्छा था. इट वेंट हिट यार. इट गॉट ओवर व्हाट, हाउ मेनी व्यूज अजय?
अरे व्यूज छोड़, मेरे को तो वही है कि द रेलेवेंस वाज सो नाइस एंड इट फील्स लाइक इट्स नॉट सैंचो, इट फील्स लाइक एवरी प्लेयर इन यूनाइटेड they are just playing for the wages, they don't care about anything
Agreed.
else.
Agreed. Oliveira advancing was interesting. I agree. Week one has shown that squad planning and transfer policy is the key. Milan have been hodgepodge. Napoli say you have been the regions Inter are a work in progress. Omar, wait and watch. I agree. Bodhan, you've summed it up very well. You've actually summed it up quite well. Uh, ये कौन है? मोरिनियो का चाचा. इंटर लेजेंड मत बोल. बट टू बी फेयर ना, मेरे को कभी कभी देख के लगता है इंटर स्पेल गेट्स फॉरगॉटन. लाइक ही वाज वेरी गुड एट इंटर एज अ प्लेयर इफ यू लीव ऑल दैट नॉनसेंस असाइड. Watching him and Adriano together was a treat, by the way. Like those were some days, yaar.
by the
Cremonese
way
की,
by the way, I think I will make a reel on this. मेरे को बनाना था ये, but I keep on forgetting the whole Zlatan transfer saga.
उस पे
Zlatan
बनाएंगे
and
रील.
Zlatan and Mido were at Ajax. They were fighting for one position, and then Ajax decided to sell them. And ironically, both of them were represented by Mino Raiola.
Yeah.
Zlatan को रोमा ने साइन किया एंड Zlatan was on his way. Sorry, I'm sorry. मीडो को यूवे ने साइन किया. मीडो
Yeah.
was on his way
हाँ.
एयरपोर्ट पे ट्यूरिन जाने के लिए फ्रॉम एम्स्टर्डम. एंड रायोला का फोन आया, बोला कि तेरा टिकट कैंसिल किया मैंने,
Yeah.
यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू ट्यूरिन, you're going to Roma. Zlatan, who was going to Roma, is going to Turin now. So मैं एक ही मतलब वो एक बड़ा what if moment in the history है. Had Zlatan joined Roma, I mean, wow, I mean, there is a timeline, परम, एक
अभी
alternate
वो बोलता
timeline
है,
है.
वो उसका फर्स्ट लाइन होता है, आई एम द एम्परर ऑफ रोम, ये वो
हाँ हाँ,
बकवास चालू है.
वो जो भी है, but at least it would have been fun to see, man.
For sure. Basketball the good I fear for Atlanta and Fiorentina. Juric is not the answer for Ladia. Where is the Retegi replacements? Kamaka is not the answer. बोल दिया, in danger of failing. देख बॉलर, एक चीज बोलूंगा, वो रेतेगी का रिप्लेसमेंट कर्स्ट अभी टेक्निकली ऑन पेपर कर्स्टोविच आया, बट यस, more than a striker, they lack a high quality midfielder, and that's not Juric's fault. He's been publicly asking for the players. One of the reasons Gasperini left is because he did not get the market guarantees he was looking for. You have to remember that he had 1 year left on his contract, so it's not entirely Juric को blame करना बहुत convenient हो जाता है. अब मैं ये चीज honestly बोलूंगा. By the way,
Spot
UCL
one,
draw चालू हो गया.
yeah,
Why
spot
is
one.
Lata, like why, like just why? I'm sorry, but क्या है यार ये? कौन है फर्स्ट टीम? बायर्न म्यूनिक इज द फर्स्ट टीम, lads. बायर्न
Wow.
म्यूनिक इज द फर्स्ट टीम. Bauden, I'll come to your comment. Guys, I'll come to your comments. Let's tune into the draw. Let's look at the draw. Uh, yeah, I agree. Kabir. Kabir is in the house. Nice to have you here, Inter fan. But yeah, I definitely agree. He did crap out in the UCL. Siddhant is also here for him to get an Uzbek passport after retiring. चलेगा भाई मतलब तब तक होपफुली डुअल नेशनलिटी ऐसा कुछ हो जाए तो मजाक कर रहा हूँ यार सम पीपल विल गेट ट्रिगर्ड एट इवन दिस सो Bayern Munich, Chelsea home, Paris, PSG away, Club Brugge home, Arsenal away, Sporting home, PSV away, Union Saint Gillois home, Pafos away. Ooh.
Wow. So Bayern
Abhi
Arsenal हो सकता है वापस. 5-1.
exactly, but this is the funny thing. Arsenal, like once in the past, go into this as the better side. Like Arsenal actually go into this as the better side, and even Chelsea you can argue to an extent because Bayern it's
Theo
not
Walcott.
looking.
Theo Walcott spotted. A
ओ
wild Theo
माय
Walcott.
गॉड थियो वॉलकॉट क्या कर रहा है चैंपियंस लीग ड्रॉ में यार ये क्या हो रहा है ये सॉरी अभिजय बट नो यार दिस इज नॉट व्हाट इट शुड रनियरी स्टार्टिंग द ड्रॉ ये जोक्स तो नेक्स्ट कौन है गाइस प्रेडिक्ट करो कमेंट्स में
I think next UA आएगा.
चेल्सी लेट्स सी चेल्सी का अपने को एक पता है बायर्न
एक तो
ऑब्वियसली
है.
या लेट्स सी गाइस बायर्न अवे ऑब्वियसली यार वीडियोस बाद में दिखाओ यार ड्रॉ दिखाओ यार वही चीज बार बार प्ले कर रहे रिपीट में
अरे वो काका दबाएगा ना वो कंप्यूटर को.
जल्दी दबा यार
देखे. वाह.
बार्सा होम बेंफिका होम एटालांटा अवे आयाक्स होम नापोली अवे ओ माय गॉड पाफोस होम काराबाग अवे Conte return we got it Swayam Conte return Conte my god we've got it guys
Atalanta में also यार Chelsea go to Italy
Atalanta
twice.
ये यूरिच वर्सेस एंजो मारेस्का का डबल इटली ट्रिप हो गया not the easiest guys for Chelsea fans not the easiest of draws who's next आ जाए क्या बोलते हो Conte
Real
farewell
Madrid.
tour Real Madrid oh it is Real Madrid nice prediction Real Madrid ये मेरे को लग रहा है Inter is going to be one of the teams देखते Real Madrid they have not gotten any team na so far yeah they've not gotten any team so far Man City home Liverpool away Juventus home Benfica away Marseille home Olympiacos away Monaco home Kairat Almaty away oh my god
Wow.
Jitu bhai can go to Kazakhstan
Yeah.
no but this is the initial this is not fully easy also obviously
Yeah, it's
separate
not
clubs
because
are Trent ka return at Anfield Trent returns to Anfield
यार that is so obvious they go to script
yeah ये चेफरीन ने एल्गोरिदम को मस्त
हाँ ये उसमें
DJ bhai will be ready for this one I guess let's see guys कौन बोलते हो next
यार I wanted to be Napoli man just for fun
Inter
Napoli नहीं आएगा Inter आएगा sorry यार
Inter yeah
pod B में है pod B में
yeah they're pod 3
pod 3 है
PSG होगा मेरे को लग रहा है PSG होगा अभी तो ऐसे ही लग रहा है PSG
अरे
होगा
यार of course they will give I want Inter Arsenal man come on Inter
27-0 we are losing 27-0 man I'm telling you
I want Inter PSG
fucking
Inter Arsenal.
Liverpool home Dortmund away Arsenal home Atleti away Slavia Prague home Ajax away Kairat Almaty home Union Saint Gillois away I mean I don't mind this at all
we have the derby Abhijay versus Param get
but
in
this time they're better yeah this time they're way better this time मेरे अपने पास
this time an Inter player reserve team against Arsenal please tell me
no वो luxury इस टाइम नहीं है Kabir I don't know about very rough Dortmund are not that good like if we are Dortmund are honestly not that good so if we unless we F up badly
Borussia Dortmund next
yeah Borussia Dortmund like see Liverpool is very tough Kabir Liverpool is very tough Arsenal is very tough
Inter
obviously yeah वो ये था ना Dortmund हमारा Dortmund पहले से ही था
first game
Kairat Almaty, luckily it's at home, Kabir, because I can see the Serie A putting us in between two big games and then making us travel to Kazakhstan. So, forget the atmosphere, man. Look at the squad. It's a very average squad. It's not a great squad.
They face UA in that Champions League.
Yeah, Yeah,
Three
so
matches.
Dortmund have City away, Villarreal home, UA away, Bodo Glimt home, Tottenham away,
Away.
Athletic Club home, and Copenhagen. Dortmund versus Athletic Club is what I'm looking for. A very interesting game. अजय भाई
I
ये
like
अभी तक
the
रो रहा है. He legit thinks they got robbed, which is quite hilarious, by the way. Excuses, excuses. That's all I can say. But this time around, you guys are heavy favorites, I would say, going in because we might not be signing a defender. So, बारसा लिवरपूल पीएसजी सिटी का बचा है. देखते
चलो
हैं क्या
यार,
होता है.
we need Barca now. Come on, Zlatan.
लिवरपूल नेक्स्ट.
लिवरपूल, अरे लिवरपूल लिया उसने.
I'm waiting for the Italian clubs mainly because Real Madrid, Inter, obviously जो रिवील हुए थे.
Yeah, yeah. अरे Real Madrid, yeah, that'll be a crazy Trent का return है उनके लिए.
Yeah, he's going to get booed big time. Real
Atleti,
Madrid,
Eintracht
Inter,
Frankfurt,
Atleti.
PSG, Marseille,
Frank,
Karabakh, Galatasaray.
that's interesting. Liverpool, Marseille atmosphere or oh Liverpool Galatasaray will be something atmosphere wise. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
अच्छा मेरे को चाहिए Gala versus Napoli because of obvious reasons. And the first match being at the Maradona. First match being at the
यार
Maradona.
तू तो पूरा स्टोरी लाइन से पता एक्स एक्स स्टोरी लाइन चाहिए अपने को. All the
Yeah,
exes coming, exes reunion. Come on, Zlatan, pick Barca now.
Barca definitely. Barca है. Yeah, Marcos Llorente returns to Anfield. Barca obviously Chelsea away. We already know this.
It's a good tie. I like Barca Chelsea game. मजा आता देखने
Yeah,
को.
yeah. स्वयं स्वयं कैसा लग रहा है तुझे उसके बारे में बता यार. Yeah, this is what I'm
Manage,
waiting for, man, Kabir. Like, I just need that Osimhen storyline. That's all. PSG, Chelsea, Frankfurt, Bruges, Olympiacos. This is not even a bad draw. Like, this is like a
wow.
fairly. This is a very comfortable draw.
Barca, Barca Newcastle is like peak 99 2000.
Yeah,
Remember एक
yeah,
बार
yeah,
खेले थे
yeah,
हम लोग
yeah.
चैंपियंस लीग में.
Yeah, but at least it's at St James's Park. Uh,
Yeah,
Manish, I'm satisfied with it. Look, I don't mind any team personally. I can understand where Kabir is coming from with regards to Iduna Park being a very hard place to go, but Dortmund don't really have a great team. I'm satisfied with the PS. I'll just come to your question. PSG are next. Let me just see who PSG have. Bayern, Barca, obviously. After that, I just want to quickly see. स्वयं obviously गुस्सा है बारसा के ड्रॉस के साथ. Atalanta home, obviously PSG, Leverkusen away, Tottenham home, Sporting Club away, Newcastle home, Athletic Club away. That's a good fixture, Ajay. Athletic Club versus PSG. We're
wow,
getting
this
a
is
repeat of the we're getting a repeat of the UEFA Super Cup final,
yeah,
but obviously at uh, this thing at PSG.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
In Paris.
So Manish, to answer your question, yeah, like I'm satisfied with it personally. Liverpool is going to be very tough, but then with the new format, all of this is expected. So I'm not really surprised. I think for Man City, we should know most of the teams by now. So, but yeah, it's okay. Like, let me know your thoughts, man. Like, let me know your thoughts as Inter fans. Like, I want to know because honestly, I don't mind this at
I
all.
need Man City. Italian टीम आ सकता है ना.
आ सकता है आई थिंक अभी भी.
नापोली अटलांटा का चांस है ना.
Leverkusen home, Villarreal away, Napoli home. Oh my god. Bodo Glimt away, Galatasaray home.
केविन
यार
डे
ये
ब्रोइना, डे
Kevin De
ब्रोइना
Bruyne,
रिटर्न.
yeah, रिटर्न. दिस इज स्क्रिप्टेड. ये चेफरिन ने ना एल्गोरिदम को हैक किया है बैठ के. वो ड्रॉ के 5 घंटे पहले बैठ के उसने हैक किया है.
बेसिकली बेसिकली ये जो चैंपियंस लीग ड्रॉ है इज ऑल अबाउट बॉलीवुड 2025. ऑल द
Yeah.
एक्सेस आर रीयूनाइटिंग विद ईच अदर. मतलब यू नो अक्षय कुमार, शिल्पा शेट्टी, आदित्य रॉय कपूर एंड श्रद्धा कपूर, ऑल ऑफ देम आर चिलिंग. शाहिद कपूर, करीना कपूर, दे ऑल ग्रोन मैच्योर्ड. सब एक्सेस मिल रहे हैं, बस वही
If
हो रहा है.
Kabir is in the chat, he might be able to relate because he probably, I don't know if he is into all this, but yeah, I think that's the best person who can relate with you. I saw your comment, Kabir, that see the thing is, I do think it's a good draw for Inter, but it's not like I'm underestimating other teams. मैं Dortmund को underestimate नहीं कर रहा. मैं ये सिर्फ बोल रहा हूँ कि Dortmund का squad is not as good as we think, or at least is made out to be. Liverpool is super tough, so is Arsenal. You have to give Arsenal their due. Like they have built a very good squad, so that is going to be a very tough. It's going to be tougher than last season, definitely. So they'll probably even come into the Miyazza's favorites. So But apart from that, I think it's a fair draw, yaar. Like Kairat Almaty at home is better than going away from
What
home.
is what is Zlatan saying that the PLG guys are laughing? इतना
क्या
हंसा रहे हैं
पता
उनको.
यार. मैं वॉल्यूम वो बात कर रहे हैं, मैंने वॉल्यूम म्यूट कर दिया है. आ, पता
नहीं ना
नहीं
अभी भी
यार,
हंस
लाइक
रहे हैं.
वो क्या पता कर रहे होंगे, किसको फर्क पड़ता है. शी इज अ स्पर्स फैन बाय द वे. Oh, that's interesting, यार. Let's come to this, Kabir. Let's come to this in a while. Let's get done with the draw. अच्छा, he mentioned
लास्ट ईयर लिवरपूल को कितने
उन्होंने वो
कितने
तो
पॉइंट
सब जीते थे ना, एक छोड़ के. 21
एक छोड़
was
के.
enough, right?
या या
21 was enough.
या
अभिजय, by the way, अजय अजय अभिजय का ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस देखो. इट्स लाइक वी आर गोइंग टू स्मैक इंटर 5-0. सही है यार. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई?
They Arsenal will start as favorites this year, but final, no chance, man. I mean, don't underestimate. मैंने अपना मेगा प्रीव्यू में वही बोला कि do not underestimate Inter just because they've lost Simone Inzaghi and
वो
maybe
वो
they've not
अभिजय
signed.
अभिजय का क्या है ना, देखो अभिजय का क्या है ना, वो लास्ट ईयर जो वो उसके बाद उसका थोड़ा दिमाग घूम गया और उसको लगे वो रॉबरी शब्द उसके शब्द दिमाग में बैठ गया है.
हाँ
और
वो
वो
जो
जो
पेनल्टी
राइवलरी, वो ट्विटर पे जो राइवलरी हुई ना, आई एम प्रिटी श्योर अभिजय उस पे था, बट वो एडमिट नहीं करेगा. स्वयं स्वयं ने अच्छा जोक निकाला. आर्सेनल पॉट 2 इफ यू ऑब्वियसली. अभिजय फुल ट्रोलिंग. बट अभिजय, दिस इज ऑल फन एंड गेम्स. नहीं तो तू भाग जाएगा स्ट्रीम छोड़ के. अच्छा है अभी भी. रो रो भाई, और रो और रो. लेट्स सी हु आर्सेनल गेट, बाय द वे. बट नहीं वन, बट देख सब लोग मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं अभिजय का. आर्सेनल पॉट 2. बट ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा. बट दिस टाइम आई डू फील आर्सेनल आर मच स्ट्रॉन्गर, लाइक डेफिनेटली. Kabir, yes, Villa were 8th with 16 points, Club Brugge 24th with just 11. It's going to be close margins, yeah. It's going to be very close.
and you saw PSG were almost out of it, and
Yeah,
they
PSG
just
to
barely.
PSG almost got knocked out. So did Man City. Yeah, like let's see next क्या होता है guys. कौन है next?
Please pick UA first. Your ex club.
Leverkusen, Eric Ten
यार
Hag. PSG at home and Man City away is what we know for Leverkusen.
yeah.
Let's see who they get, अजय भाई. कोई इटालियन टीम आती है कि नहीं, देखते हैं. Villarreal home, Benfica away, PSV Eindhoven home, Olympiacos away, Newcastle home, Copenhagen away. That's not an easy draw. That's not an easy draw
Yeah,
considering how level.
for Ten Hag and
Yeah,
the whole it's a whole new cycle for them. So many
वो
players have left.
नया cycle है, and it's not the greatest squad building in my opinion personally. So देखते देखते. देख भाई, सिंपल लॉजिक होता है भाई. तू अगर दूसरे टीम को ट्रोल करेगा तो तेरे को कोई छोड़ने नहीं वाला. I personally think Arsenal are very good, but if you keep trolling, chatting shit, then you're going to get it in return, my friend.
आया Arsenal ही आया.
Arsenal, हाँ Arsenal आया. डेक्लन राइस की फ्री किक बता रहे हैं लोग.
Oh yes.
कल दोपहर को है ना, पर बायर्न और इंटर ऑब्वियसली नोन. एटलेटिको मैड्रिड होम, क्लब ब्रूज अवे, ओलंपियाकोस होम, स्लाविया प्राग अवे, कायराट अल्माटी होम, एथलेटिक क्लब अवे. दिस इज नॉट इवन अ बैड ड्रॉ. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई?
Yeah, I think very winnable games, man. But I think watch out for Club Brugge. Very
Yeah,
difficult.
क्लब ब्रूज आर गुड.
Athletic Club away also could be difficult, but I think Arteta can overcome Athletic Club. To be very honest,
वो
at least on
बास,
paper.
हाँ वो काइंड ऑफ बास्क कनेक्शन इन अ वे इज देयर.
Yeah, yeah.
एटलेटिको क्यों मिल गई, वो बोल रहा है. गिव अस
आया
वियारियल,
Atalanta.
आर्सेनल, Atalanta, Italian club in the house. Let's go. Predict for Atalanta. Chelsea and PSG is already confirmed. Chelsea home, Paris Saint-Germain away. Next कौन है भाई? Urich's men.
I need an English tie.
Yeah, मजा आएगा. Atalanta losing to Frankfurt away, Slavia Prague home, Marseille away, Athletic Club home, Union Saint-Gilloise away. This is moderately difficult.
They have Club Brugge again,
Hmm.
and
Their
of course they have
representatives are very. Their representatives seemed very happy. You saw that, shaking
yeah,
hands.
they have Marseille away, Deserbi, Athletic Club at home.
Urich will be the ultimate hero if he beats Deserbi, the criminal. That's all I
हाँ
will
भाई
say.
माफ कर दिया यूरिच को.
मैं आज बोल रहा हूँ, अगर एटलांटा जीतती है ना, यूरिच इज द बेस्ट. Urich is period the best Atalanta coach ever. Just joking, by the way. Benfica. Benfica is next. Let's see if they get any Italian team. We still have Juventus and Napoli left, by the way. Yeah, Union Saint Gilloa is a decent team, by the way. You have to
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Real Madrid home, Chelsea away, Leverkusen home इनका ऑलरेडी तय है. अजय भाई, बेनफिका का नापोली होम, यूवेंटस अवे,
Oh,
हायैक्स
oh,
अवे, काराबाग एंड न्यूकासल. सो वी
oh,
नापोली
it's
का
a
और
tough
यूवेंटस.
draw.
या बेनफिका उसके वो लोग के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव का चेहरा ही देख लो, उसके चेहरे से ही पता चल गया आपको. वीआरएल मार्से, अभिजय, वी नो व्हाट यू आर लुकिंग एट. वीआरएल वर्सेस मार्से. मैकेलिस्टर का भी, हाँ मैकेलिस्टर का भाई है उधर बराबर. एलेक्स मैकेलिस्टर का भाई खेलता है क्या. नापोली यूए, क्लब ब्रूज. By the way, do not sleep on Club Brugge. They're still very decent.
Yeah.
Like they're still a solid team. Barca home, Bayern away, Arsenal home, Atalanta away is already confirmed. We have a repeat, by the way, Ajay bhai, Atalanta Club Brugge last
Yeah, yeah.
season.
वही तो बोला. It'll be difficult for them.
Yep, yep. जल्दी बटन दबाओ भाई. Marseille home, Sporting away, Monaco home, Kairat. This is difficult यार for Club Brugge. This is hard. क्या बोल रहे हो अजय? This is a tough draw.
It
There's
is.
no
It is.
easy
It is.
game. This is, and Kairat Almaty मिला तो भी they got the trip to
Away,
Almaty. So yeah, and this is
Kazakhstan.
it's not an easy team to play. Fiorentina ka, let me check यार. Today last 2 days I've not had the time to check the schedule. Let me just quickly check. Richard Rios and Enzo Barre ने किया. Eintracht Frankfurt is up next, by the way. बोला तो भाई, कितना रोएगा तू इस पे अभी. लिवरपूल होम, बारसा अवे, एटलांटा होम कंफर्म्ड है. एटलेटी अवे, टॉटनम होम, नापोली अवे, आइंट्रैक्ट फ्रैंकफर्ट, गैलाटासराय होम, काराबाग अवे. Ajay bhai, remember last time Napoli versus Eintracht happened was the round of 16 of the Champions League where Napoli
Yeah.
won Quara Osimhen and they
Yeah.
reached the first ever quarterfinals in their history. Bruce
Yeah.
will spoil Arsenal's party. So I'm glad to, hey, इधर मस्त ले रहा है constantly. अच्छा rivalry दिख रहा है इधर. Juventus guys, Juventus is up next. Juve, क्या लगता है? Dortmund home, Real Madrid away, Benfica home is already confirmed. Let's see who they get. This is not even a bad draw. Again, see,
I
let's
need
see who
Juve
they.
Newcastle, man. I need Juve
VRL away, that's
Newcastle.
tough. VRL away, Sporting Club Portugal home, Bodo Glimt away, not easy. Pafos home, Monaco away. It's a fairly reasonable draw, Ajay bhai. क्या बोलते हो?
Bodo Glimt have to beat Juve, man. For crying
बोडो
out loud.
बोडो ग्लिम्ट वो ना, पास्ता में रॉ फिश आइस डाल के खाएंगे वो लोग, ऐसा है वो लोग.
Bas, मेरे को I'll be there when Bodo Glimt beats Juve.
We need to clip this for UA fans. Karabakh can be tricky almost. Karabakh is a very tricky club to play. Atletico Madrid up next. Atleti. इसके बाद VRL है, फिर नापोली का पॉर्ट्री आता है. इंटर होम ऑब्वियसली, लिवरपूल अवे, Frankfurt home, Arsenal away. By the way, Kabir, if you're still there, I did kind of miss that or forget that Atleti we are away. So that is going to be very tough. That's not easy at all. Bodo Glimt home, Arsenal away, PSV home, Union Saint-Gilloise home, Gala away, Atleti going to Istanbul. Oh my god. Oh, that I'm looking forward to. Bodo 6-1 UA. So I am trolling. Obviously, उसको score line याद है. VRL up next. VRL का तो आधा ड्रॉ हो ही गया पूरा वैसे तो.
हाँ
आई हेट दिस सिस्टम ऑफ ड्राइंग यार. आधी टीम्स तो पता चल जाती है आपको बेंचोट. क्या ही है. मैन सिटी होम, डॉर्टमंड अवे, यूवेंटस होम, लेवरक्यूजन अवे, आयाक्स होम, टॉटनम अवे, कोपेनहेगन होम, पाफोस अवे. आई थिंक VRL कैन डू. बाय द वे अजय भाई, VRL have had a good window barring one player. I'm not even going to name that guy. Like whatever the morals of the club are down the drain.
Yeah.
But to be fair, yeah, they won't be an easy team to play. Not easy, yes. Pool Arsenal, Atletico, and then see personally again Dortmund I feel is a beatable team. But yeah, Pool Arsenal, Atletico. But again, we have to be ready for this, man. This is the new format, so it is what it is. Let's hope we can do well. My only problem is us not signing a defender. That's all. गाली मत दो परम भाई, अभी से डर लग रहा है. बोडो तो established dominance over Turin now after Rome. Let's see. Napoli, I need Napoli quickly यार. ये लोग बहुत पकाते हैं बीच में. क्या लगता है नापोली
Kaka,
को रिमेन? हाँ,
Kaka to Man City almost happened, man. I mean,
या
it
काका
was
टू मैन
randomly
सिटी,
remembered.
या काका टू मैन सिटी। आर्स- ये भाई पहले से मत ये सब बोल भाई, पहले से मत बोलो। वो अभिजय मत बन तू, सिंपल लॉजिक। डोंट बी अभिजय। दैट्स ऑल आई विल से। पीएसजी के पीएसजी के टफ है ड्रॉज, आई एग्री, पीएसजी हैज टफ ड्रॉज, बट देन आर्यन दैट्स द थिंग राइट, लास्ट सीजन आल्सो इट वाज नॉट इजी फॉर देम, एंड नाउ दे आर मच वेल कोच्ड एंड प्रिपेयर्ड टू बी फेयर। स्टार्ट द एफिंग ड्रॉ मैन, लाइक व्हाट द, अभी 10 क्लिप और दिखाएंगे ये लोग। आह, अजय भाई, आपको यूरोपा लीग में इज देयर एनी टीम यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू फेस और अवॉइड क्या? इज देयर एनी वन क्लब?
Yeah, face though. If you want to win the thing, you have to face everybody. I hope
या
that we can face Fenerbahce. I think it'll be a lot of fun to face Fenerbahce.
या
And of course, Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa, Unai Emery against Gasperini will be an interesting battle. So, बस ये दो club है जो सबसे, I would say they are at the top of my radar, which I feel that Roma should play. I mean, we need good ties. And you saw even despite the Athletic Club wala, yeah, it was a very good game. Just unfortunately, one incident decided that the Tottenham game was fantastic. I think for me, it was one of the games of the season. Last minute goal, वहाँ पे away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So you want those big games there. You really want. So I wish that we play Fenerbahce and Aston Villa. And if not, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, because I love the Anglo-Italian clash. बहुत ही
फेयर इनफ,
historic है
फेयर
वो
इनफ।
Anglo-Italian clashes. देखने में
अग्रीड।
मजा आता है.
ये हर स्ट्रीम में यही बोलता है, अनदर यूसीएल फाइनल लोडिंग फॉर इंटर। भाई इधर तो इंटर से बहुत प्यार करता है, नफरत करता है, एक चीज बोल दे। गॉट अ गुड ड्रॉ सेज अभिजय, फेयर इनफ। मजाक कर रहा हूँ, डेफिनेटली डोंट बी अभिजय, इज ऑल आई विल से। होम पे इसलिए, अरे वो सब ठीक है यार, मैं तो मजाक कर रहा हूँ। फॉरेस्ट वर्सेस रोमा, बेटिस रोमा कैन बी, दैट्स अ गुड शाउट।
Yeah, it's
रोमा
a
का
good shout.
यूरोपा ड्रॉ दोपहर को है ना कल, अगेन कॉन्फ्रेंस
कल
और
दोपहर
यूरोपा
को.
लीग दोपहर को होगा कल, या फिर मंडे को। आई अगेन आई नीड टू डबल चेक
नहीं
ऑन
नहीं,
दिस।
कल ही है क्योंकि
कल
मंडे
ही
से
है।
इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक है.
बट लेट्स सी गाइस, लेट्स सी। ये जल्दी करो यार, एक बॉल घुमाने में इतना टाइम लग रहा है लोग को।
अरे अभी काका काका घुमा रहा है.
आई मिस द ओल्ड ड्रॉ का फॉर्मेट डेफिनेटली।
ऑफ कोर्स गोटेड ड्रॉ था यार, हीटेड बॉल्स.
ओलंपिक दे
नापोली
मार्से,
मार
we
से
have
अरे.
we have an Italian involved, obviously. You don't name him, he's the Voldemort of Italian coaches. Yeah, they should not even get their clip, आधे तो क्रिमिनल भरे टीम में। करता हूँ अभिजय, चेक करता हूँ भाई, स्ट्रीम कर रहे, चेक करता हूँ भाई, डोंट वरी। लिवरपूल होम, रियल मैड्रिड अवे, अटलांटा होम, क्लब ब्रूज अवे, आयाक्स होम, स्पोर्टिंग क्लब पोर्चुगल अवे, न्यूकासल होम, यूनियन सेंट जेलोआ। To all the teams facing Marseille, I hope you win.
बाय बाय मार से.
बाय बाय यार, मेरे को ये बाय बाय लग रहा है मार्से का।
और वो मार से.
से ओ या अजय भाई, सेल्टा वीगो बी वेरी, यार दे आर वेरी गुड, दे आर एक्चुअली अ प्रीटी डिसेंट टीम,
या
सेल्टा
या
वीगो
या
इन द यूरोपा लीग। नापोली का अभी, नापोली के आधे फिक्सचर्स तो रिवील हो गए ना अभी जय, मतलब ड्रॉ आके भी। टॉटनम नेक्स्ट, तेरी फेवरेट टीम, द विनर्स ऑफ द यूरोपा लीग अजय भाई, टॉटनम हॉटस्पर।
या.
अरे आधे तो उनके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स बाय द वे आर इटालियन, शिवम। हाफ देयर हायरार्की इज इटालियन, मार्से का। डॉर्टमंड होम, पीएसजी अवे, वियारियल होम, फ्रैंकफर्ट अवे, स्लाविया प्राग होम, बोडो ग्लिम्ट अवे, कोपेनहेगन होम, मोनाको अवे। दिस इज अगेन नॉट अ बैड ड्रॉ फॉर टॉटनम यार,
I think
especially if they, yeah,
they can
if,
finish in the top 16.
yeah, she's Bangladeshi. I said, मैं वो या पहले बोला, she's Bangladeshi, she's not Indian. Many people, yeah, she's Bangladeshi. लेग नेक्स्ट कौन यार? नापोली दे दो यार, मैं बहुत रुका हूँ नापोली के लिए। योगेश से ज्यादा हम लोग इधर बैठ के एक्साइटेड है, इमेजिन।
योगेश को चैंपियंस लीग में फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उसको सिर्फ सेरे A टाइटल चाहिए बस.
गाइस, एवरीबॉडीज फेवरेट क्लब बोडो ग्लिम्ट।
बोडो ग्लिम्ट, आई थिंक बोडो ग्लिम्ट का एक वीडियो बनता है यार परम.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you one kind of story I had with Bodo Glimt in a way. I'll tell you in once their draw is done. Man City home, Dortmund away, Juventus home, Atleti away, Tottenham home, Slavia Prague away, Monaco home, Gala away. I feel bad for Bodo Glimt. This is not easy. but I'm just happy they're in the Champions League.
Oh yeah.
That's all. Nice to have you talk. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई, कितना फार लगता है मैन सिटी आपके लिए? जस्ट ओवर द टॉप ऑफ योर हेड क्या बोलते हो?
मैन सिटी का होप्स,
हाँ.
मैन सिटी तो दे शुड बी मेकिंग इट इनटू द नेक्स्ट राउंड या फ्रॉम हियर.
No,
Come on.
quarter. Do you see quarterfinals or something for them?
No, no, I see even them going further, semis.
स्पोर्टिंग क्लब दे पोर्चुगल. बाय द वे करण, मेरे हिसाब से जहां तक मैन सिटी अभी भी सेटल हो रही है ना, मैं पहले थोड़ा आई प्ले इट अ बिट सेफ. आई से क्वार्टर फाइनल्स देन थोड़ा देखते हैं बट इवन देन मैन सिटी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क टू डू. सो लेट्स सी. बोडो ग्लिम्ट हैव टफ ड्रॉस बट वही है ना, तुम यू गो टू बोडो एंड देन यू सफर ओवर देयर. PSG home, Bayern away, Club Brugge home, UA away, Marseille home, Napoli away, Kairat Almaty home, Athletic Club away. Again, Sporting also has a very tough draw.
Hmm.
योकेरेज. ये विजय को तो बीफ चाहिए सबसे यार. दिस गाय इज लाइक, व्हेन इज नापोली यार? अजय भाई, नेक्स्ट हैज टू बी नापोली. लाइक कम ऑन, आई एम टायर्ड ऑफ वेटिंग एट दिस पॉइंट. Olympiacos. Supposedly Mehdi Taremi's next club, just to give you a heads up. Supposedly. Real Madrid home, Barca away, Leverkusen home, Arsenal away. Next क्या? PSV home, Ajax away, Pafos home, Kairat Almaty away. Again, Ajay
Interesting.
भाई पॉट 3 में.
We have a Greek Cypriot derby, Paphos versus Olympiacos.
Yep. That's a good catch. Sporting Napoli, Man City will face KDB's Wrath and Etihad. भाई तू अपने क्लब से प्यार करता है कि नहीं भाई? कुछ पॉजिटिव तो बोल कभी. Please give Napoli next. I'm tired of waiting now. Another criminal, yes. भाई Marianakis था, obviously. Obviously he was there. Now Ajax. अरे यार. Ajax का confirmed teams, obviously we have a lot of them. We have Inter, Chelsea, Benfica, Villarreal, Olympiacos, Marseille.
हो ही गया almost इनका.
Yeah, इनका हो ही गया. By the way, again, Kabir, if you're still there or any Inter fan that is still there, Galatasaray home and Karabakh away हो गया. Ajax also is not the same anymore. वो Ajax team फारियोली के बाद उसने प्लेटफॉर्म ले किया अजय भाई, but they're not that convincing strong team they used to be even from few years ago. I'm not going back to the 90s. I'm going only 4 or 5 years back. So, oh what? Are you serious? ये ट्रोलिंग है कि क्या? स्लाविया प्राग में नापोली नहीं आ रही, स्लाविया प्राग भी आ गई. Barca home, Inter away, obviously. Arsenal home, Atalanta away, Bodo Glimt home, Tottenham away. Athletic Club home, Paphos away. Yeah, this is these clubs के लिए. अच्छा भाई, for the smaller clubs, yeah, this is really tough. This is really tough. इस बार इंटर हाथ आ गई है लिवरपूल के 3 साल बाद. मजा आएगा. मतलब 3 हाथ आ गई है, मतलब ये क्या है? मतलब मेरे को समझ भी नहीं रही ये बीफ कहाँ से आ गई भाई. भाई शेड्यूल डेट्स कब? ये कल सुबह रिलीज होने वाला है फ्रॉम व्हाट आई रेड लास्ट. नापोली एंड तक है भाई. पीएसवी भी पहले लास्ट. बायर्न होम, लिवरपूल अवे, एटलेटी होम, लेवरक्यूजन अवे, ओलंपियाकोस अवे. नापोली होम, यूनियन सेंट जिलोआ होम, न्यूकासल अवे. नापोली का भी ऑलमोस्ट सब हो ही गया है.
ऑलमोस्ट हो गया. Noah Lang goes back to his old club.
Oh yeah, Noah Lang, correct. Now like it's like, what do you even draw for Napoli? Half the teams they've finished over here only. Napoli is, let's see. Uh, yeah, Chelsea home, Man City away, Frankfurt home, Benfica away, Sporting Club home, PSV Eindhoven away.
I want Newcastle, man. I want Napoli, Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle to दे दो. Karabakh home, Copenhagen away. It's a decent draw. The question is, can Conte handle this? Basically, do you think Conte can handle this, Ajay?
I think on paper he can, yeah. I
On
really
paper,
think
but his history of not being able to coach every 3-4 days, and this is an extended schedule. He's going to be playing 4 competitions with an extended schedule. Do you think he can do it?
So Napoli face Chelsea at home, Man City away, Frankfurt at home. Like,
Tough
जैसे at the start of the stream, if I have to stick to my prediction, then the answer is no.
मेरे को गैलेटासराय रियली चाहिए था नापोली के लिए यार,
I
नहीं
swear यार,
मिला।
ओसिमैन मजा आता था यार.
कोपेनहेगन अवे, कोपेनहेगन आर टफ, आई एग्री। सैटरडे की कल सुबह बोला था ये लोग ने, आई व्हाटएवर। Kabir, see, I think you have a valid point. See, but for me, as much as the atmosphere is important, you also have to look at the squad composition. For me, this is where I stand, right? I'm not saying. See, we have added decent pieces to the team very quickly before Pot 4 begins. For me, the biggest miss is not signing a defender. So that is where we'll suffer, and time will tell us. But my point is, Ajax and Dortmund really have some awkward squad compositions, and they're not that great as somebody who kind of follows them here and there. Now, at
Wow.
the end of the day, if
Uh,
something has to happen, whatever has to happen will happen, right? These teams can still beat us. But where I come from, personally, for me, we should be beating Dortmund and Ajax with all due respect to the two clubs. At least if you ask me for my prediction as of today, मैं गलत हो सकता हूँ at the end of the day, but as of today, even if it's away, we have to be beating these two teams. That's where I stand. And if we don't, Ajay bhai, then that's bad. That's awful, in my opinion.
by the way, both Union Saint Gilloa and
हाँ,
और कौन सा था उसके बाद में? Both the goals were against Roma. Athletic Club
Roma.
were
Yeah.
against Roma.
So, Ajay bhai, for Pod 4, let's do this while we are watching. Let's also do the wrap up because I feel kind of since Serie A clubs are done.
अरे हो जाएगा 2 मिनट रुक हो जाएगा.
ठीक है, ठीक है. That's a very good deal, by the way. Fabrizio ने टैप इन किया फिर से. एथलेटिक क्लब के लिए क्या लगता है आपको यार? Prospects, because I'm very excited. Like they've started the season very well also, Ajay bhai. Athletic Club. क्या लगता है आपको? They can reach the knockouts without much fuss.
Yeah, I think they can reach between 8 to 16, मतलब 9 to that second lot में लोग पहुंच सकते हैं. I really feel
Yeah,
that here.
yeah. Agree,
Because they
agree.
have
आपको
PSG, Dortmund, Arsenal, Atlanta, Newcastle.
आपको मैं ये
It's a tough one.
agree.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one here, Athletic Club. Newcastle away. Guys, one question I will pose for all you guys once this draw ends, right? I will put this up. Give me a second. 16 people watching, by the way. Please do like, share, subscribe, guys. All I will say is we are only 10 subscribers away from 2K. Get us there. You know, your help is what has gotten us to this point. So might as well reach the next milestone. Karabakh ka bhi ho. Karabakh, I feel bad for them. Like I'm just looking, and the only team for me they can cause problems really are Benfica. Benfica, not even Copenhagen. मुझे पता है Benfica is that one team that will f up Ajay. Like I know that. I can tell you.
Even Ajax, I feel, can F up.
Yeah, Ajax also. PSG got the toughest draw. I can say that. Serie A overcheck group and compare which team. वही क्वेश्चन पूछने वाला था, तो इसलिए मैं रुका
हाँ
हूँ उसके लिए.
ग्रुप से ले ले तू व्हाट्सएप से पुल आउट कर ले.
हाँ,
इसके
let
बाद
this
भी
get
हो
over.
जाएगा. हो गया ड्रॉ ऑलमोस्ट.
See Ajay, sorry, see Kabir, that's a fair thing. I'm not saying like maybe like हर game बैठ के नहीं देखता. What I'm telling you is from the squad composition point of view and from what I've watched, in my opinion, we are good enough. We are strong enough to beat these teams. Now, if we don't, then that's a problem. Then we probably don't deserve to go to the next round. Is where I stand. That's my opinion. And I agree with you. Sorry, we have to beat Kairat Almaty, Saint Gilloa, Slavia Prague. No doubts over there. So I understand where you're coming from. It's not easy to go to Amsterdam. It's not easy to go to Iduna Park. I fully get that. Last time we went to Iduna Park, we went with Conte and we got thrashed or we lost. So we have DJ Bhai in the house. DJ Bhai is
Ciao,
here. What's
boys.
up, DJ
Ciao,
Bhai? Following the
ciao.
UCL draw?
Sorry, boys, just got in. What's the update?
So Italian clubs का हो गया DJ Bhai. We'll pull up the draw for Italian clubs just once it's done. Pot 4 is just ending.
Good.
Uh,
So DJ, it's going to be a surprise for you.
yeah, do not check. Don't read anywhere. Keep it a
Don't check.
surprise.
Don't check.
Don't check. Yeah.
Okay, done.
UA got the best draw. ये आपके लिए इधर छोड़ देता हूँ. That's open for interpretation for you. That's what I'll say.
Really?
Yeah. We'll have to see. Inter definitely did not get an easy one. We have Karabakh away not having a good feeling. Sam says hi to DJ by just going through the draws are soon ending. We'll go through Napoli also got a very kind of tricky draw. We'll go through all of that.
We have Conte's reunion at Chelsea,
Yeah,
and we have De Bruyne
Oh
facing
wow.
Man City.
yeah, De
De
Bruyne
Bruyne
going
facing
to.
Man City.
Oh man.
We we
Mad,
have we have
mad.
we have Inter versus Liverpool. We have Inter versus Arsenal again.
Arsenal.
Uh, Atleti
Uh,
versus
Oh,
Inter.
what are
Yeah,
you
so
saying?
it's quite tough. So you
So
now
Inter are
you're
carrying the mantle then, yeah, Param?
नहीं 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 यार डीजे भाई क्या है कौन सा मेंटल इस टाइम तो
For the EPL, I mean EPL, I mean it'll be a statement, yeah. Like if they are able to beat the top two in the EPL, huge statement for the league.
not happening if we don't sign a defender यार डीजे भाई but that's for later. You'll be
Right.
surprised to see what Juventus who Juventus have drawn. रुक जा
अरे
भाई
Show
हो
me,
गया.
yeah.
yeah, pull
Show
it
me,
out now,
guys.
Param.
Excited.
Let me pull it up. Wait. Let me pull up US draws. एक काम करता हूँ मैं ट्विटर पे ही निकालता हूँ मैंने व्हाट्सएप अभी खोला नहीं है so just give me 1 second. Yeah, this is ये सेरिया के पेज का पोस्ट ही आ गया पहले. Let me. So this is not in order, by the way. They'll still put the date and time and the fixture order. This is not final, obviously the fixture order, but this is so Juventus play Dortmund at home, Real Madrid away, Benfica at home, Villarreal away, Sporting Club Portugal home, Bodo Glimt away, Pafos at home and Monaco away. क्या बोलते हो डीजे? मैं
So,
फेयरली
what are the home games again? Dortmund,
डॉटमेंट
Villarreal,
Dortmund, so I'll tell you,
no,
Dortmund, Sporting, Pafos,
Benfica.
and Pafos, Cypriot club, Pafos,
Mm,
first time in their
mm,
history.
mm.
By
Yeah,
the way, DJ, be warned for Bodo Glimt away. It's
yeah,
not an
you're.
easy place to go.
Bodo Glimt is really tough. Ajay
Not
Roma
an
is
easy
facing.
place to
It's
Guys, why are we talking about Bodo Glimt? Look at the logos above that. Like I'm looking at Dortmund. I'm looking at
yeah.
though. Yeah, I think we were lucky to have that preseason game with Dortmund to just get an idea of
I
their
would be very
pace.
yeah, yeah. I would be very
Uh,
honest with you. Probably should not be that worried
Dortmund are
about
beatable
Dortmund.
here.
Yeah, but Villarreal
I,
is
I,
really, yeah,
I'm telling you, DJ, be worried about Bodo Glimt. They are
yeah.
the
bro,
toughest team. Bodo Glimt
also AJ.
away,
No,
and and,
but but
and if
but even Benfica at home is not an easy fixture.
yeah, but
That's
Benfica,
Mm,
Benfica, that team now who always fluff in the
chokes.
Champions League in the
Yeah,
big
yeah, they
they're
moments.
choke a
very
lot.
unpredictable, guys. Very very
They're cursed.
unpredictable.
They're
And
cursed. But Bodo Glimt, if
yeah,
you get that trip in the winter, oh my God, it's
yeah,
not an
if
easy
you
place to go.
yeah,
Not
if
an
you
easy
get it
place
like
to
a
go.
winter trip, DJ, by the whole stadium is full of snow and shit. They have to
No,
clear it like
and that is what happened to Roma, no? Like, and Milan also. Even Milan, I think drew in the first time that they played Bodo. So you see, Bodo are beatable at home. So Roma, like to be fair, everyone remembers that 6-1, but we thrashed them at home. Zaniolo scoring a hat trick, but that away trip to Norway where it's cold, it's an artificial turf, middle of winter. That is where Italian teams just cannot adapt.
so
It's just
it's
Hmm.
I
really
don't know what happened.
no, it's not just that they came to Rome and they beat Lazio as well. So it's like
अरे
they
वो
are a
तो
very good.
पेनल्टी शूट आउट में आ रहा है ना द मोस्ट
अरे
कॉमिकल
तो भी हराया तो
फैशन
सही ना
एवर
मतलब. Yeah,
अरे
they're
नो
good.
डाउट Lazio I don't even count amongst Italian representation, man.
Hey, but DJ bhai, I would say before I get your
Yeah,
opinion, I would say keep an eye on Villarreal. Like whatever they've lost their
we
morals by
we've we've we, we've played them, Param, in the Champions League. They
yeah,
destroyed us. So
yeah,
it's not a draw that I would underestimate at first glimpse. Even Sporting is not on paper
yeah.
looks easy, but they're tricky and they travel well also.
Yeah, yeah. So again, you have, but what do you feel as a UF fan? Because I feel out of the three Italian clubs, when I show you the other Italian clubs का draw, you might say this is relatively शायद comfortable draw है overall. अगर आप नापोली और इंटर का देखो तो क्या बोलते हो?
Uh, so when I look at it broadly, I feel like how many wins do they need from
See,
these 8 games?
last season
You need you
Liverpool
need you need 14 points, right? To
16
qualify.
पकड़ो, हाँ 16 पकड़ो I feel
16.
16 पकड़ो. Yeah,
16.
16, yeah 16 I think
So
you should
so
get.
so they need 4 wins probably. No, they need yeah. Hard, yeah, Param. I mean, at first glimpse, I would say this is a 6.5 on 10
Hmm.
on a difficulty level as a group. I think it can be worse. It can be a lot worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think अगर आप कोई Napoli fan को या फिर any Inter fan who wants a different group, they would probably take this. Like personally for me, I don't mind my group, which I'll show you. But point is, yeah, I think you have. अजय भाई क्या बोलते हैं आप agree करते हो? You think you have got the best draw out of all three?
Yeah, I think again it depends on these fixtures when they're played, because like I mentioned that Bodo Glimt
Yeah,
trip away can be difficult. Villarreal Cup Juve travel away is difficult, and going away to the Bernabeu is always difficult. Apart from that, I don't see Juve facing any problems against Dortmund, Benfica,
I think AJ, the
Pafos.
point the point here is they've played Dortmund and Madrid very recently. So that
hmm.
little mystery is not there in the sense that this is the
Yeah,
same core of players. So I think that's going to help them, especially for the away Madrid trip. You know, Dortmund I'm confident about because they have it's a very recent rhythm, exchange between the two teams.
even
Uh,
Sporting Club also, I think at home Juve would be too strong for them.
it's very
Pafos
hard, yeah.
obviously.
AJ, I
No,
know
but
even these
Sporting.
Portuguese travel very well, yeah. Even the
See, I
Spanish travel
Yeah.
very well.
मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा ये दो पोर्चुगीज क्लब्स में कि स्पोर्टिंग क्लब इवन लाइक आई वुड से बेंफिका हैव देयर ओन इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम्स व्हिच बेसिकली होल्ड देम बैक उनके अंदर बहुत इश्यूज है विद इन द क्लब एंड for that's one key reason why they choke most of their games because it spills over to their pitch performance. That has been the theme of their last 2 years or 1 year at least.
Yeah.
Sporting on the other hand, डीजे भाई even if they lose players ना कहीं ऐसे reinforce करते हैं कि they are actually more difficult to face regardless. So I think I would
Right.
personally, if I had to advise you, I would say be more wary of Sporting than of Benfica. While Benfica also have decent players, it's not like they have a bad squad. It's just that they have too many internal issues within the club that just kind of spill over randomly.
No, you're right. You're right. But for me, guys, I feel like the make or break for the group from a Juve perspective are the three games against Benfica, Villarreal, and Sporting.
Yeah,
Those three
see,
games, if they're going linear, I feel like qualification will be won and lost in those three games.
fair enough. Fair enough. See, again, for me, Real Madrid are favorites against you. That probably goes
Yeah,
without saying.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
मेरे लिए अजय भाई, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but if Juve go to the Ceramica and win there against Villarreal, if they do that, that is I feel going to be like the statement मोमेंट फॉर यूवेंटस की हाँ हम लोग इस ग्रुप में शायद लाइक सॉरी हाँ ग्रुप नहीं बोल रहा हम लोग टॉप 8 में फिनिश कर सकते हैं for me that is the game. You go there and you beat Villarreal, I think you're sorted basically. That's how I look. And Bodo Glimt, obviously I agree. See, Real Madrid I'm not looking at because they're in their league, whatever, they're adapting and all, but they're still in their own league. That's why I'm not looking at that game. But Ajay bhai के लिए मैं Bodo Glimt भी include करूंगा. Monaco are a decent team, but again they're also work in progress. But DJ bhai, like I agree with you, VRL is that make or break game for me is VRL mainly.
Yeah,
So
I tend to agree. That's
yeah,
the part where you kind of know Juve's direction. True.
yeah, exactly. And again, there's a good coach there, Ajay bhai, Marcelino. अच्छे players हैं. Don't let's not count that one guy, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'll just quickly pull up दूसरे clubs का. We'll come to the comments. Just let me, Ajay bhai, quickly show Napoli Inter. Then we can move on to our Serie A review
Yeah,
preview.
I'm very curious. Yeah.
Not just Inter Napoli, sorry, Atalanta as well. What am I saying? Like Napoli पे आ रहा हूँ मैं. I'll come to the comments, guys. Again, please do like, share, subscribe. 19 people watching. DJ bhai, I don't know if you noticed it. We are only 10 subscribers away from 2K. So let's get there hopefully very soon. So Napoli DJ bhai for you. See this. Have a look, Ajay bhai. Chelsea home, City away, Eintracht Frankfurt home, Benfica away, Sporting Club Portugal home, PSV away, Karabakh home, Copenhagen again. Again, you can DJ by maybe you can argue that they also have a decent
Yeah.
draw like you. If you really think about it, Ajay भाई क्या आप दोनों के क्या thoughts है? Because do you think again this?
I'm looking forward for the Anglo-Italian clashes, man. Conte versus Chelsea, and then going
Yeah,
away to the Etihad. De Bruyne
I
coming
think
back.
I think I
It's
think
gonna be
Napoli City will be
lovely.
a cracker, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It'll be beautiful.
It'll
yeah.
be a cracker because I think Conte has that fire and I think Napoli have the rhythm to keep up with City. It's going to be an interesting game, very interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
Conte Maresca will be very interesting as well. Um,
Hmm.
to me, guys, I feel like more than like what Napoli will do here, I think like a lot of this will have a bearing on what they do in the league as a
Yeah.
result because this is a very tiring fixture list for them and these are not easy teams, where you're just going to show up and win.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
DJ
they
भाई
Joe,
are
me
going to exhaust.
Achova, they got Karabag at home. Otherwise,
Yeah,
Conte would start
oh,
crying about the trip also. Oh, I
yeah.
have to travel
Hundred
Also,
again.
percent.
DJY one. That's what Ajay bhai mentioned in comment. I just want to get your quick opinion on this because अभी बहुत मैंने योगेश को ये बोला था. अभी बहुत हो गया कॉन्टे का. अभी ये चैंपियंस लीग में he's desired to do well, or at least we wanted to see this guy prove us or everyone wrong. इतना टाइम हो गया कि नया फॉर्मेट इंट्रोड्यूस हो गया है टू द पॉइंट वेयर 24 टीम्स क्वालिफाई फॉर द नेक्स्ट राउंड, द प्ले ऑफ एटलीस्ट इफ नॉट राउंड ऑफ 16.
Yeah.
But this guy has no more excuses left after the market he's completed. DJ Bhai, like he's made a super team over there, whatever you want to call it, and he has a decent run of fixtures. Definitely, he has to reach the round of 16 at the least. There are no excuses.
Bare minimum.
Bare
Yeah.
minimum, and just to
Anything
follow up,
less than that is failure in Europe. 100%.
yeah, no excuses of I have to coach every 3 days, I have to coach every four days. Every coach
Guys,
in the world has to
yeah,
do it.
100%. Champions of Italy, yeah, minimum
Yeah, yeah,
expectation has to be round of 16.
yeah. And
I
so
mean, utna
you're
to
also,
level hai. And also, I think, Param, important to note that out of all the teams he's coached in Italy, this
yeah,
is perhaps the most Conte team in the sense that it's the team that he's kind of somewhat put together more than any
uh,
other
uh,
team. The Juve was
fair enough.
WIP when he left. His Inter team was also not fully complete. This Napoli
Yeah.
team is very much to Conte's wants and needs.
And also
So
very and also very interesting, DJ Bhai. He has finally himself adapted now. Over the last year, we saw with the four at the back, 4-3-3 with different principles. He has also adapted. We saw in the first league game, if you saw that against Sassuolo, that I was telling Ajay Bhai, he was playing a 4-5-1 with Kevin De Bruyne as the regista. So he's also adapted. So definitely, if you do so much work, you have to reach the round of 16 minimum. Let's see
definitely
whether.
agreed.
Yeah, I agree
Agreed.
with you. And Ajay Bhai, one prediction from your end. Uh, do you think now that Conte pretty much अभी उसने वो भी एक चीज कर लिया कि वो खुद tactically भी adapt कर चुका है. Do you think when this he has a point to prove in a sense now कि उसको अभी Champions League में अच्छा कर रहा है, do you think that will drive him to do well in the Champions League? What I'm asking you is a prediction. Do you think Napoli will be that club to go the farthest out of all Italian clubs in the Champions League this season?
No, I still feel it's going to be Inter,
Hmm.
but I feel Napoli can get a result away at the Etihad. I really feel that they can
Wow.
do that
Wow.
because of them.
Kevin De Bruyne pinging in like it's a long range goal or something.
Yeah, yeah, but I think Napoli should have enough firepower to make it into the playoffs at least for the in the round
Absolutely.
of 32 मतलब round of 32 पे तो आना ही चाहिए उनको.
हाँ, आई एग्री. ठीक है, मैं क्विकली इंटर और एटलांटा का भी पुल अप कर लेता हूँ इधर ही सेरिया के पेज से. अरे यार ये क्या हो रहा है? Just give me. Yeah, I think this is still visible, right? I'll come to Atalanta quickly. This is visible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
interesting
So
times, man.
obviously tough, but Liverpool home, Dortmund away, Arsenal home,
Oh,
Atleti
the
away.
hard,
Yeah,
very hard.
hard. Atleti away, bad memories. Slavia Prague home. Ajax away. Kairat Almaty home. Thankfully not away. And Union Saint Gillois home. So as a fan, I'll quickly tell you. I said this DJ by just before you joined. Again, personally, I do not mind facing any team, but if I have to tell you, yes, this is tough. See, Liverpool is tough. DJ by you've seen what they've been doing in the summer. Like it's really tough to play.
100%.
It's and
100%.
yeah, and the way they play with slot, it's really tough to play them.
100%. Yeah.
Atletico Madrid, Ajay bhai, देखो, one like I was
Always
speaking to
always a tough place to go, man.
always a tough place to go, but again the weirdest squad building they will do. Like
Yeah,
लोग बाहर से उनका market देख के बोलते हैं अरे wow what a market. But when you really see there are a lot of holes in the team and Cholo Simeone whatever it is he's holding that ship even if he makes errors. So what I'm saying is very hard to go to Wanda Metropolitano and Cholo has never lost there at home in the UCL. So then that's another. I think that's only a knockout phase wala record or is that group stages included? If somebody can correct me in the comments, I don't know. Has he lost in the group stages at home or is this only a knockout record for Cholo? Because then I already know not to keep high expectations there. Arsenal again last season we beat them DJ by but this season you're seeing a much better or much stronger Arsenal. And my worry is that
Much more
Inter
construct. Yeah.
exactly my worry with Inter is we've signed good players in midfield attack, but my worry is they've chosen not to sign any defender, and our defenders are just getting old. And this is a big problem. And I feel a club like Arsenal or a Liverpool can definitely exploit that. Last season, the
Especially
older
the
players,
teams that run at the defense, yeah, Param. That's
exactly,
the problem
exactly,
in Europe for Italian teams at large,
yeah,
you know. Like,
yeah,
and but I feel like Shivu's, you know, he's from what I saw, the few glimpses that I saw, he is more aware than I initially thought.
yeah. See,
You know, very young coach, very young in his journey, but I think the awareness is a good understanding of how he will optically approach these games. You know, at least on the
see,
surface level, if that awareness is there, it's a good start. I mean,
see. I'm
obviously,
not
we have
I'm
to see.
I'm not I'm not worried about his command over the team. डीजे पे वो leader अच्छा है, but my problem is what this management has decided to do. Suddenly what they basically did is string the fans along. बोला कि हाँ हम इसको sign करेंगे उसको करेंगे, defender लाएंगे. Defender was the most needed signing, and with 3 days left to go in the market, they've decided नहीं चाहिए defender. Like absolutely ridiculous to think that Acerbi and De Vrij are going to cut it for a whole season in 2025, 2026. Like the arrogance of the management
That's
is
true.
just,
That's
yeah,
true.
it's just beyond. Like Marotta simply being so like nonchalant about it, sitting in that UEFA Champions League whatever draw today. It was so irritating to see. And I'm like, bhai, you're now you see who you have drawn in the Champions League. You really think it's that defense is going to cut it? Like if Bastoni gets injured, you're essentially effed. If Bastoni gets injured, you're effed. What are you going to do then? So
But
it's a
I also think, you know, Param, Marotta's functions are no longer in the day-to-day running of the club. So I feel like what is perceived as arrogance
yeah,
is
yeah,
really,
of course.
he's not really here to the ground anymore with the ground realities. I feel
See
like a
what I
lot of this onus is going to now come on Shivu to kind of, you know, the way the share of voice he has with the management, you know, in these calls. And I agree with you. I think you can't go into the market knowing what you need and then turning a blind eye
and
and saying, no, no, you
and
know,
this is a market DJ by where we can still spend another 20-30 million, like basis
yeah.
calculations are not,
Yeah,
there's still
but
30 million.
why are you negative about it? I think the I wouldn't be so pessimistic because if you see all our teams, apart from maybe Roma, who moved in such concrete fashion,
Yeah,
Juve, Inter, and even Milan, they're just waiting for the end because
no,
they're making very tactical signings. Yeah,
I
Param.
that's
I
a
would
fair
say
point.
hmm,
No, no, I
I would
agree.
say the defender, but आपके targets क्या हैं? That is not clear to me.
Exactly.
You
So
know that
I agree with
defender
you, but
market is a. Hmm.
yeah, I agree with you. That's where they effed up, right? Like, if you really wanted a defender, so they wanted Leone, so but they wasted time chasing Lookman. Then they gave up on Lookman. Ajay Bhai will know they
Yeah,
chased Kone.
yeah,
Then they realized कि Kone नहीं आ रहे, तो Andy Diouf को sign कर लिया. ठीक है. So my point is, if you wanted to move on from Lookman, you could have done it sooner. Fine, signed
sooner.
Leone
Correct,
quickly. Yeah, so
correct.
like because Leone was going to cost you 35-40 million for, and that
Yeah,
was the amount you were ready to pay for. I'm not saying Leone is a perfect player. He's a kid at the
yeah,
end of
yeah.
the day.
Agreed,
But if
agreed.
that's your target, and if that's what your coach wants, because the coach has coached him for 14 games or whatever, he's coached Leone, you get him that basically. Lukman nahi hai, theek
Right,
hai. आपने दो नए attacker sign. I mean, Pio Esposito is a very talented youngster who's come back. So I'm like, the problem is the arrogance, the planning towards the end kind of went haywire, and that is where I'm seeing.
right.
See Kiwu को कैसा है, अपने उसको low salary पे लाया है. I'm not saying he's a yes man completely, but the point is he's not going to oppose the club. He'll be like, ठीक है तुम लोग मुझे ये दे रहे हो मैं ले लूंगा. I don't,
You're right. At this stage, he's not. But I think
exactly.
you know, if he gets that little time and space, to you know,
Hmm.
that voice will
Hmm.
increase within that back office and the
I
management.
I agree, but also
But
see,
you'll have to be patient. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I know
it's
what you're
also
saying.
yeah, it's also with the new owners. Before I cap it off, obviously with the new financial side of things, just almost being run like AC Milan identically financially. So ये होएगा ये low budget signings ये वो. But I was like, ला रहे हो तो एक player तो लाओ. Acerbi, DJ भाई, he's 30. What Ajay भाई, he's 37, right now, if I'm not wrong. He was
30, yeah, 37. Yeah,
he was
That's
limping towards
yeah,
the end of the season. He was
I
playing
know.
with a groin injury for half the season, and you think this is enough going into a whole season that is left ahead of you. That's all I will say. I'll cap it
Yeah,
off by saying ki Ajax again, atmosphere, as one of our fans pointed out, Kabir, in the comments, ki very tough to go. But Ajax is at a weak, not weak, but it's not at the greatest moment. So that is another winnable game. For me, Inter has to win. If you don't beat Ajax, if you don't beat
yeah.
Slavia Prague, if you
Bottom
don't beat,
bottom
yeah,
four जो teams है ना Inter have
have
to
to
get all
beat.
3 points.
Yes, I'm sorry. Even if it's away from home, you have to beat. And top may you still have to aim to beat Dortmund again. Again, tough atmosphere to go to. Last time we went there, we choked with Conte. We had a 2-0 lead. We lost 3-2. I remember that game
Yeah.
very well. But you have to win there, in my opinion, as well, or at least scrape a win there. That's where I
Agreed.
stand.
Agreed.
Quickly going to Atalanta. Sorry for dragging that on. Quickly, your take on this, guys, because Atalanta, DJ भाई जो भी चल रहा है उधर, finally they've started making signings. Their market was stuck. Lookman is staying, but he's not going to be playing until the market closes. He's been fined by the club, obviously, and he's not. He's only training individually. He's not training with the team as of yet. But look at this, guys: Chelsea home, PSG away, Club Brugge home, Eintracht Frankfurt away, Slavia home, Marseille away, Athletic Club home, Union Saint Gillois away. This is also not easy, Ajay भाई. मतलब क्या बोलते
Club
हो
Brugge
before I do?
once again.
Club
Club
Brugge,
Brugge
yeah.
once again for them. They have PSG, which again, obviously, that memories of the COVID season where they were so close. Atlanta,
Hmm.
that is. Chelsea home will be difficult, or Eintracht we are. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Atlanta, but still could finish in that round of 32 वाला
Yeah,
जो मतलब जो knockouts है ना, उसमें तो उन लोग खत्म ही कर सकते हैं यार.
yeah.
उतना क्वालिटी तो ऑन पेपर है वो टीम में करने के लिए.
DJ by, are you as optimistic as Ajay by? Because for me, where I
I
see, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
feel I feel Param, this Atlanta team will actually surprise us in the Champions League. Uh, but I feel they will fall off the pace in the Serie A.
Hmm. Hmm.
A lot of it is because I feel like I know we're not. I don't think too many of us are fans of Juric, but I think
Hmm.
what he's inherited from Gasperini is so optimized that I think
Hmm.
he will harness that optimized energy and Atlanta juice very well in Europe. That it's just my it's a sensation and an intuition. I think they will put up a good show in Europe.
So I see where I stand. I kind of agree with you guys, but where I stand quickly is what I'll say is ki, yeah, Atalanta na DJY, even if they've started moving in the market, they signed Kurstovic, they signed Zalewski, they still need a high quality midfielder. I keep repeating that. Apparently,
Yeah.
Ajay bhai, they're looking to sign Komuzzo for defense. Agar wo pull off kiya, तो that's big if they do that. I still don't
हाँ
understand how
पर
they
अब
can be.
कमूजो का 35 मिलियन तो सऊदी से ऑफर आया ना
हाँ
सो
वो भी
मिनिमम
आया है.
आस्किंग है 30
Yeah.
minimum asking 35 I don't think they'll match it yeah unless they'll have to make a sacrifice like Lookman to make it happen.
They should have sold him. See, again, they're not entitled or they don't owe us anybody. But if common sense prevailed, if they would have sold us Lookman, it would have financed their market further. Not that
Yeah.
they need it again, but it's an unhappy player. See, but the point is, I agree with you. See, again, Ajay by Yunus Musa in midfield, that's not a solution. We know
Yeah.
he's not the most intelligent player. Like that's not. And when I look at, so my point with naming all these players is, it's not reminding me of that Atalanta of last season or the previous years when I look at it from a Champions League point of view. I look at Atalanta of the last years and मुझे वो एक sense of थ्रेट दिखता है ओपोनेंट्स के तरफ से. हाँ यार, हम इस शिट अटलांटा को खेलना है. एंड दिस इज नॉट इवन टू डू विथ यूरिच ठीक है, आई नो ही इज नॉट द मोस्ट इंस्पायरिंग नेम, but just within the squad I see Skamaka is coming back from ACL, Scalvini is coming back from ACL, so these players need time to adapt. DJ Kurstovic has to hit the ground running. Daniel Maldini, Ajay knows I'm not the biggest fan. He's still kind of adapting to Atalanta. That midfield is physically not good enough. Charles de Catalara, DJ he's fallen off big time. Last season he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So who is that player really taking for Atalanta right now? There was only one name last season who really was highly consistent, was Davide Zappacosta. And
Yeah.
honestly, when you think of Atalanta, that's not what you would think. You would think, हाँ यार और दो तीन player अच्छा करेंगे. So my worry is this is an Atalanta that is work in progress, which is not wrong, but I feel they might falter here, especially against the big clubs. I don't see them getting a win against PSG, Chelsea, or Club Brugge has had their number for a while. So put Club Brugge in there. Then they have to play Athletic Club. DJ Athletic Club are very tough to play.
परम
They're a
हैंग हो गया.
hard club. Yeah, so like I look at this and just say कि भाई Atalanta किधर निकालेगा points? Like Marseille also, I hate Marseille with passion, but then going away to Marseille is not easy. Going away to Eintracht Frankfurt is incredibly tough, Ajay bhai. And then even Union Saint Gillois is away from home. So where do Atalanta? I'm not saying Atalanta is ekdam trash. That's not what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is where do Atalanta look and say कि apart from Slavia Prague, this is a comfortable game for us. That's what I'm looking at, and I don't see any comfortable game for Atalanta. honestly. That's where I stand.
Yeah, yeah, they're not going to be. Then I think out of the 8 games, you can expect between 3 and 4 draws
Yeah.
and one short loss in PSG. But I think Chelsea,
Hmm.
Bruges,
Hmm.
uh, Praha, I don't know. I think those are open games, I would
Hmm.
say.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we all agree. Quickly, we'll go back to our review preview. Ajay, I'll come to the comments as well. But quickly, one word में Ajay bhai, best Italian team, best position Italian team to make it the farthest as per you is Inter, right? You're not changing your mind on that.
But I feel that Juve have got a very favorable
Exactly,
draw.
exactly. That's what. So
Yeah,
DJ,
yeah.
as per you, who is it? Be you can be. You don't need to be modest about it. You want to say UA, you can say UA.
नहीं यार, yeah, Param, yeah, this the thing is, I mean, it's a broader conversation. This Juve team, we don't know. It's still an unknown quantity. I mean, good energy from last year. The draw is balanced, but I think it's give and take for all 3 teams. You know, it really comes down to the
Yeah,
rhythm they're maintaining in the league while
yeah.
they're playing these games, and a lot of these fixtures, like AJ very correctly pointed out at the start of this conversation, that it also
Hmm.
depends on the timing of when they're playing who. You
Hmm.
know. Because if glint happens in the winter, though, that game is not going to be as easy as it looks
Hmm.
on paper. So dynamic can change, and
Hmm.
I think the only upside that perhaps Juve have is both, especially for Inter and for Naples, they are
Hmm.
playing very informed teams in the
Yeah.
English teams.
Hmm.
So I think that is one thing that Juve have kind of avoided in a sense,
Hmm. Yeah.
and. Uh, I think Madrid, yeah, very, very tricky fixture, but they've just been lucky that they've got Dortmund and Madrid very recently. They've played them at the Club World Cup, then played them in the off season. So I would say Juve are perhaps favored, but along with that, I think that Inter are carrying last season's experience. So there's that little
Hmm.
psychological edge over some of the teams. Naples, to me, I can't decide because it really depends on which Conte shows up. Atlanta again, unknown quantity, but I think they will surprise us. They will not go as far as perhaps Inter or Juve, but they will surprise us.
Fair enough. I will see as of today. Obviously, as you said, and Ajay bhai said, dynamics come into play. A lot happens from during the season. Who's available, who isn't available. But as of today, as we sit here, I think Juventus have a very good fixture list. I know last year also we said this. Juventus had the best fixture list probably, but last year things were more chaotic. I feel than this year. Tudor is a person who's yet to be tested on a very big scale, and that is what he'll face. So basis the fixture list, I'll go UA. Experience wise, yes, it's fair to say Inter, but we have a very tough draw. I would say कि if, for me, Napoli is positioned to do well. The question mark is Conte. And
Yeah,
Atalanta, the whole revamp is a question mark for me. But if
yeah.
I had to pick one club quickly, moving on to this, I would say Juventus. Right now, very
Yeah.
early on, my prediction is Juventus. I don't know why. Matlab, I have some idea of it, but I would just say Juventus right now. That's my prediction. Let's.
Juventus for what though?
Going,
I'm
For
saying
going.
further than the other Italians?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's where I stand right now. It's a bold prediction, yes, I understand, but I feel that that fixture list and everything kind of is where I'm looking at. But let's see how it goes.
Best depth, Param, for me is still Naples. So if you're talking about deep, I think Naples have the depth, like you said, but Conte is the variable there. Juve don't have the depth to go deeper than the other
That's
Italians.
also
Is my call. But
see.
again, we don't know how the market ends
Maybe
because
maybe I
I'm
should
reading.
maybe I should rephrase it as comfortable qualification in that case. I feel
Yeah,
Juventus
yeah, that you could not comfortable, but
out of all four,
expected.
relatively out of the four clubs. Yeah,
But we've seen stranger things last season, so I would be a lot more modest at the start of the season.
yeah.
Let's see how it kind of shapes up.
Tension mat.
Incidentally, guys, Jitu Bhai
हाँ,
just pinged me right now saying Juve
oh,
Madrid. So we have to try and watch the game
yeah,
together. So
yeah. That's nice one. But
Inter,
we will take.
Inter Liverpool. So even that's a good game.
Yeah, that's a good game. That's a good game. आ रहा हूँ चैट पे टेंशन मतलब वी नीड टू रैप अप आवर प्रीव्यू आ रहा हूँ मैं चैट पे निकोलो ये सवोना के क्वेश्चंस भी डीजे भाई के लिए लूंगा जस्ट हैंग अराउंड आई विल कम टू द कमेंट्स होल्ड ऑन देयर इज अ होल ड्रॉ गोइंग ऑन सो इट्स नॉट इजी टू डू दिस आई विल कम टू इट आ रहा हूँ आई विल स्टार ऑल दिस आई विल कम टू द कमेंट्स गाइस लेट मी जस्ट क्विकली रैप अप द रिव्यू एंड प्रीव्यू फॉर द Serie A I'll come to all your comments. Ajay, DJ, let's quickly go through the
Yeah,
weekend match day one. We just wrapped up a few games early on, then the draw began, so we'll move on from there. Ajay, I think if I remember, Roma Bologna we
last was
finished.
Roma
Yeah, Roma
Bologna.
Bologna we finished. Quickly, let me wrap this up, guys. Then I'll come to your comments. Don't worry. Oh boy. Yeah. So this is where we stopped. Match day one, right? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Apologies. Again, Ajay, very quickly, I saw Como Lazio was going
Oof.
on at the same time as Cagliari Fiorentina. Very quickly, DJ, since you have come in, any thoughts on the if you watched Como Lazio, because Como absolutely dominated them. Nico Paz was the star of the show as always. This kid is phenomenal. That's all I can say. क्या बोलते हो डीजे भाई, if you have any thoughts to offer on this very quickly?
Sorry, gents. I actually missed this game. Yeah, I was traveling over the weekend, owing to a family emergency. So I
Hmm.
actually got back, and by the time I was back, I just about got to see Juve Parma.
Hmm.
So
Oh, okay, fair
I missed all the fixtures
enough. Oh, okay,
this
fair
this
enough.
I,
whole weekend.
I, I was hate watching this Param because obviously Lazio was there, but Lazio looked, like
But
miserable. Man,
but
it was just
but
Como.
but guys, but tell me what is happening about the pass situation with Spurs and
He's
No,
staying.
no,
Madrid?
He's
So
staying.
are Madrid?
he's
No. So he is staying, but is Madrid compensating Como
Yeah.
in equal measure, or what's the
Yeah, yeah. So
arrangement?
yeah, they're renegotiating the terms of the whole buyback and everything. So
Okay.
slightly more expensive buyback because it was only set at 9 million, which is too cheap for someone
Too
like
cheap,
Nico Paz.
yeah,
If if
too cheap.
if we
But
could, if
I
anybody,
genuinely, I genuinely like this model, Param, that option of the
yeah,
buyback. I
yeah,
wish more Italian teams kind of put this
yeah,
into play because what we are doing is just adding the sell-on fee clause of 10%.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I agree.
you also rather have that buyback option. I'm
G.
also reading stuff about Savona right now. I'm getting all
Yeah,
sorts
yeah,
of
that's
messages.
what
So
people have questions for you. I'll come to this. I'll come to that a bit later. I have starred those
sure.
comments. I'll come to it. Ajay, bhai, before I come to it, I just want to Jituba is in the house. That's why I just quickly pulled it up. Obviously, he's looking forward to the battle with DJ by the last time this happened, obviously. But yeah, no, we touched upon it. Jitu bhai, we'll love to have you on the channel when for the preview of the game. And Abhijay has a very interesting question for you. Will you be going to Almaty because it's not that far from here? So
अरे
probably some Indian.
अभिजय ने तेरा ही क्वेश्चन को
हाँ,
रिसाइकल करके पूछा है.
रिसाइकल करके पूछा वो तो पता है बट आई एम स्टिल गिविंग हिम सम क्रेडिट बट वट एवर लेट्स मूव अजय भाई लाजियो कोमो वेरी क्विकली यू आर हेट watching it but it confirmed see it's still the first match day but most of my fears were confirmed ki if you cannot have a market you if you have a transfer ban thanks to your own doing you're screwed in today's day and age and what you I think this match pretty much summed it up अजय भाई क्या बोलते हो
Absolutely, man. I mean, यार जीतू भाई के लिए तो मस्त है because you have Nico Paz coming.
oh my god
What a
like I can't
talent, man. I
believe
mean,
it
what a talent. Such a joy to watch. Forget his goal and assists, but just to
yeah
see his movement, his intelligence,
yeah yeah
जो उसका, I would say he was always two moves ahead of his opponent. So,
yeah
uh, proper exhibition style, and I can't wait to see how Como actually do this season. मेरे को तो डर लग रहा है
yeah
because I feel that they can challenge the
but
status quo.
you know one funny thing they have a very tough run of fixtures in the beginning only Bologna next and then I think they have Napoli or someone so they have a very like while they are obviously on a high agenda they have a very tough fixture list from the get-go so like
Yeah,
the placement of their fixtures is very tricky but I agree with you I still think they'll do well Nico Paz I'll just say one thing I know Zanetti is actually like kind of like best friends with his dad and he tried really hard to convince his dad but and ultimately Real Madrid hold the cards so we had no chance unfortunately but yeah coming back to this game here Como absolutely dominated Lazio and DJ by there was nothing in this Como just cruised past and it was too simple for Como yeah Lazio looking for a very tough season Cagliari Fiorentina typical Ajay the highlight of this was Luperetto scoring in the last minute literally the last minute like if you can see Fiorentina were leading and 94th minute he scores and it was a very it kind of confirmed to me that Cagliari is going to fight for survival and do a decent job with their new project and Fiorentina need time with Pioli. Fiorentina need a lot of time. Fagioli was good, but again, Fiorentina need a lot of time. Defensively need to be solid. That's what it confirmed to me. Ajay bhai, quickly to you before I go to DJ bhai for Juve Parma. Atalanta Pisa. Dekha, I was very impressed with the results shown by Pisa in the first half. But after
And
that,
second half was full Atlanta.
yeah, full Atalanta, but an Atalanta which the theme is recurring so far early days में. An Atalanta that is leaving a lot to be desired so far. Work in progress. बहुत chances miss किए Daniel Mal and by the way you have to give credit to Adrian Semper. Ajay bhai, this guy
Yeah,
saved so many
so
shots. My
many.
God,
Yeah, yeah.
we made our team of the week, which I'll show DJ.
Yeah.
Bhai, I don't know if you've seen it.
Five saves in total, man.
5 saves. He was the
Oh,
keeper for
wow.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the
Crazy.
keeper. Yeah, so Ajay, bhai, very quick thoughts on this one because Atalanta really tried. Skamaka good for the Italian, good for Azzurri fans. Ki Skamaka got on the scoring sheet. But yeah, Ajay, bhai, quick thoughts on this one.
No, I think even Pisa, very very interesting project to kind of there. I think अभी वो लोग Mario Rui पे interested है free signing. Imagine
They're about
Cuadrado.
to. Funnily, DJ, sorry, Ajay, bhai, took it. They're going to sign Raul Albiol.
Oh wow! So
Yeah,
so Raul Albiol, Mario Rui, Juan Cuadrado, मतलब Serie A uncles assemble.
Jamie
ऐसे
Vardy
कि
coming to Cremonese. Please make it happen. I want to see Jamie
Nemanja
Vardy.
That'll be
Nemanja Matic
amazing.
already at
Yeah,
Sassuolo, Modric at Milan, proper
yeah,
Serie A
this is
uncles ही uncles.
uncles. Yeah, yeah. This is fun.
Legends.
Yeah,
Legends.
legends,
मैं
legends.
तो इनको तो ऑफेंस भी लेना चाहिए कोई ए अंकल करके बोलेगा ना ऑफेंस नहीं लेना चाहिए इन लोग
Yeah, but quickly, Rajay, I would say Pisa. I'm very interested to see where they go because they're very.
या
As I told you, it's a very stable project and they're ambitious, but not overly ambitious. Ambitious. Atalanta, I would say Zalewski was actually probably the second best player after Skamak, or even the best player. Zalewski actually played really well. De Ketlara is a big problem. I don't know where this guy is headed. For 1 year, he's not done well and it's not looking good. I'm worried, as I think I discussed all the problems I have with Atalanta, but Pisa, kudos to them, they showed good resolve. And kudos to Swayam actually in the chat. He predicted a 1-1 draw before kickoff and he got it right and he watched the game as well. And he says Pisa was very good in the first half. So kudos to him. Quickly moving on, Ajay bhai, sorry, DJ bhai, I'll come to you. Juventus Parma. We saw a Juventus, DJ bhai, you know what I'll say before I ask you the question, DJ? I saw what I saw in Inter Torino 5-0, right? I saw a good Inter, but I saw a very bad Torino. And this, I think, when after the match week ended, I've thought about the UA game. I saw a good Juventus, but I also saw a bad Parma. Would you agree with that?
Yes, yes, and no, because of the fact that Parma is the only team that beat Tudor in his 9 or 10 run game with Juve. And I
Hmm.
think to have turned that around in a very short time, yes, opening day fixture, Parma did have their moments. But I think what
Hmm.
was important to see, actually, Param, again, like we always discuss, right? More than the result, I felt like this UA team they had a cohesiveness and a little bouncy energy.
Hmm.
Tactically, of course, we all know the downside to Trudeau is that I don't know how stubborn he is right now. He is trying a second formation, but
Hmm.
tactically, I feel he's a little limited. But what he's brought to the team in the sense of just togetherness and sacrifice, that I can see glimpses of.
Hmm.
It's very hard to read because Parma did have their moments, but if you see the key difference for this Juve from last year's Juve before Tudor took over is Bremer's presence in the backline.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just such a clear reference point to the entire defense
Hmm.
that like every time we would take the lead under Mota, you still felt it's a moment of time, we'd
Yeah.
start panicking.
Hmm.
I didn't see that panic. I saw a sense of togetherness where
Hmm.
they were very comfortable being in the lead. So that
Hmm.
was a very encouraging sign to me. And I feel like Parma lost a little bit with the loss of Leone, but uh, they will recover it along the way. They perhaps will not have the run that they had last year. They were
Hmm.
far more in the eye and I think a little more impressive. You can see that they are lacking, even in the middle. Like I found them to be very like labored, very very labored.
They
But they
got
had them,
yeah, they got ran over very easily. Yeah. Like it was
yeah,
too
yeah,
easy for Juve.
yeah.
Juve was just slicing through them like every now and then. Like
But I think
this.
Param also the uniqueness is the fact that now Juve have two guys who run at the defense who can beat their man
Yeah,
in Yildiz
yeah,
and Conceição,
yeah,
which was
yeah.
different from last year. They didn't have Yildiz was there of course, but he was far wider. In
Mm,
this formation now he's playing much closer to his natural position, which I
mm.
think he's going to quite enjoy now with Colomwani coming back. It's going to be very very interesting. How that trident is set up. Because Kolo and Yildiz also behind David is interesting. I think David will really flourish with Kolo Muani's presence.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously disappointed, I guess, with the Cambios or red card. Very stupid by him, to be very honest. Like,
He
uh,
shouldn't be missing the Inter game. Yeah, it's
By the
just
way,
you know that that
it was a straight this thing. Now, so he will, right.
by
It's
the
a
way,
two.
straight. Yeah, it's a
Adriano Del Monte just pointed out, DJ, Monaco also has Paul Pogba, so
Yeah.
Pogba
Pogba
may
return.
also return.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, DJ, get ready for that. He's going to try and dab on you,
well,
but
he can
yeah,
try. He can try. Let's hope he doesn't get injured in the warm up.
quick, yeah. But just before we cap off this game very quickly, DJ, and I just quickly touch upon Parma. Initial thoughts on Jonathan David's debut because obviously he's the talking point of.
Honestly, Param, when we signed him, I don't know if it's a function of just having signed a player on a free. You tend
Hmm,
not to get excited about that kind of signing because you feel,
hmm,
perhaps is more an impact signing and an
hmm,
impact player rather than a short starter. My initial reaction, in the friendlies that I saw, I feel like he struggles a little bit in tight spaces, unlike Kolomoani, who's able to break open the play
yeah,
and but what I like about him is his off the ball movement is immense. I was just looking at the stats and he was, I think, second only to Loka in the amount of ground covered, which is already an improvement over Vlahovic. So I really like to see that in a player, the Grinta. And he is essentially a fox in the box.
yeah.
That goal was so David Trezeguet. It was so,
He.
finding that spot, which
Hmm,
to me is something that Vlaho's not been able to do now for all the time that he's been at Juve. And I'm not
hmm.
just saying this because he's refusing to leave and he's on a very high salary and
Momoli
just been
apparently
absolutely shameless.
on that note, Abhijay's posted. I don't know if he's trolling because I've not seen Twitter as of now. But apparently, Komoli said if Vlahovic will stay with us 99%. Good luck, TJ, man. So, yeah.
I mean, if he's going to stay, he's only hurting himself because the Colomani is here. I just don't see how Vlahovic plays unless he plays in
Yeah, it's
defense,
insane. Also, I will in probably some other stream or towards the end of the stream get your thoughts on that transfer fee for Kolo Muani because that's crazy. But Ajay, bhai, quickly, Parma, Cuesta literally tried to play Arteta ball of early days and it backfired big time. If you saw that, it was matlab, Juventus were good. I'm giving them full credit, DJ, but don't get me wrong. But Parma were like they looked unprepared, just like I said for Torino, which I will say as well. Like they looked. I've always been very critical. Me and Ajay have been very critical of
Did
Parma.
they look match fit to you, Param?
No, not fully, not fully. No, they're not there yet.
I felt more than anything first. I felt
Yeah,
like they were not match fit.
yeah. That
That was
plus
lacking. There was no
that
game time in their legs. It you could feel that. But there
agreed.
were
And also,
moments, there were
yeah.
moments like you said. There were moments where you could see a little Arteta ball, little bit,
Agreed, agreed.
glimpses.
Again, I'll tell you one quick thing. Like again, their two news, like not Freegan, their new signing, supposed to be a good player. ACL right off the bat. Ondrejka, very good left winger, was doing well right off the bat, out for 6 months. So they're very unlucky with the injuries. For me, they're the most unlucky club with injuries in the whole league. That's my assessment because the last season also, like they had over 8 injuries. This season also they've started with injuries, so very unlucky. And Cuesta is a very young coach. DJ is 29 years old. He's the youngest coach in the Serie A. So
Yeah,
he tried
yeah.
to play a very bold game and he paid the price for it. And Juventus were too good for him. So the hope is for them that they sign some experience in defense and midfield. Unfortunately, Ajay bhai, they've gone and decided to sign Patrick Cutrone for whatever reason. So, but yeah, like it makes no sense. But yeah, good luck to
Milan,
them
Milan Juric and Patrick Cutrone in
in
2025 for Parma.
2025 under Carlos Cuesta. I
Cuesta.
yeah, this was like a proper. I'll just quickly sum this up. This was like a proper physical war. This is a derby, by the way. Udinese Hellas Verona, and this was just. I watched it. It was proper physical warfare. That was my main takeaway from it. The best player on the pitch was I think Hellas's Giovanni, a new signing, and
क्या
apparently
क्या खेल रहा था जियोवानी यार मस्त खेल रहा था
Giovanni and Giovanni and Ajay by Hellas Verona have gone out and made some good signings, and I think they're going to survive.
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ परम इन लोग है ना somehow they will survive this
Yeah,
year.
they'll survive. Yeah, Abhijay in the channel, they've signed Gift Orban, who's supposed to be a big
Gift
talent, but
Orban. My
yeah,
God, मैंने tweet में Gift Orban is going to score against Roma for
yeah,
sure.
I'm telling you, he's going to channel his inner beast in the Serie A. Then they've gone and signed that Bella Kochap from Southampton.
Yeah,
Now, who are they
Bella
going to
Kocha.
sign? Yeah, they're going to sign that Libyan star player from Besiktas, Al Musrati, who was apparently wanted by Atletico Madrid 1 year ago. So, like, these guys randomly cook up something and they end up surviving. So, I have given up my hopes of getting them relegated. They're going to survive.
नहीं,
Things are not,
they will survive. They will survive.
yeah, things are not good, looking good for Udinese. Like I have said this in my preview, they did not look great, and the departure of Luka will hurt them. The departure of Thovan will hurt them. That's all I can tell you from this game. Lastly, very quickly to cap off before we take predictions quickly for the next week. Very satisfied with the performance, 5-0. Obviously, the scoreline tells you, but Torino were unprepared. As I said, DJ by for Parma, Torino were not in it. Torino are still in that pre-season sort of transition phase where they're not up to speed. Tactically, they were outclassed from the minute go, and their defense is weak. They need to make signings. They really need to. Like Messina, like these ratings are legit justified. Like I can't even tell you. Like Mazina should be a 3, probably Biragi should be a 2. That's how bad they were. And yeah, they were overrun. They were completely overrun. From the Inter perspective, the star man is this guy. Like I said this, Ajay Bhai, he's one of the best talents coming out from the world of football. And I'm just happy we signed him. We beat so much competition to play to sign this guy, and just happy
And
we
and
signed him.
and
Yeah,
DJ, I was reading about this guy. He's got no social media.
yeah,
He
yeah.
works in a farm, his father's farm. Still very old school, very old fashioned. Doesn't care about a nightlife. And he's taken Milan, यार. मतलब वो दुनिया के एक सबसे बेहतरीन पार्टी शहर में रह रहे हैं, and to avoid all distractions. I hope, I mean, just to see this in modern football is a very refreshing change.
Yeah, so
Very
he
old
said
school.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Such, those were his comments. I'll try to pull up. He said ki basically I don't like social media. I don't use social media at all because we're fully exposed to it every now and then, which is true as players. He said, and he's like, all I like to do is spend time with my family after a game or just relax and at the farm life and everything. So that's what he said. And
By the
yeah,
way,
he. Uh,
speaking of farm life, even Baskirotto chose to go to Cremona because they have a family farm close to
yeah,
Cremona. So he wanted to spend, because Lecce is on the eastern side on the coast. So
yeah,
he wanted to go to his native place. So yeah, I mean, he chose Cremonese because of that. But yeah, what a guy, yaar.
yeah,
How
yeah.
old is Suchich?
He's 21.
21.
He's 21. Yeah, the maturity is unreal. DJ, like I was when I've always heard of him and I watched him. People always told me he's one of the best talents in the world. Keep an eye. And when I read the competition we beat to sign this guy only for 14 million. Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, a lot of more Premier League clubs. And he was advised by obviously Brozovic Perisic to sign for Inter, but again, just read these comments. He does not. He's very serious, and that performance I saw, I tweeted about it. I said I made that. I don't know if Ajay, you saw it. That tweet. I'll quickly pull it up. Like for me, it was like watching one of those old school Calcio players. Like this is what I tweeted. Peter Sucic simply Calcio. Like this is how I was impressed. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Like what a player. And I was quite happy to see his performance. He was easily man of the match, and that was my
Wow.
takeaway. Marcus Thuram was good. Good to see him back in form
Bastoni was
because
so good. Bastoni
yeah,
again stamping.
Bastoni, absolutely,
Bonnie
and
getting his
he
debut goal.
Bonnie got his debut goal as well, but that was poor defending also from Torino. Diouf
Okay,
was
यार,
very
वही तो.
nervous on his Diouf was
Yeah.
very nervous on his debut. He lost all 3 duels he took part in. One note I will say is that Bastoni said this. He has a new role under Kiwu. So Kiwu's told him don't attack all the time. Simone Inzaghi used to always tell Bastoni to attack. Kiwu's told him Bastoni assess the right moment and attack and hold back. So if you saw Bastoni's attack, Ajay bhai, it was the cross came from deep. He did not search forward for it. He did not attack for it. So this is going to be a new role for Bastoni so that the Inter's defense does not get exposed. Or simply, I would say, again, apart from that, not much complaints. Very happy with Lautaro's hustle as always. No complaints there. One of the important players. So very happy with the win. Cannot complain. Good start, but a lot of work to be done. Very unhappy with the fact that the club has decided not to sign a defender. So yeah, but remains to be seen. We play Udinese next, so we'll quickly come to predictions, guys. Let's just move on to it. I want to get your guys' prediction. I'll start with DJ Bhai and Ajay Bhai, and then I'll give mine as well. We start tomorrow with Cremonese Sassuolo, the Serie B clash, the newly promoted clubs. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई? Don't need to explain if you don't want to. Prediction भी दे सकते हो.
I feel ये draw होगा.
Draw. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. DJ, bhai, what do you think? Cremonese,
2-1,
Baskirotto to flex. Do you
2-1,
see Baskirotto
2
2-1 to Cremonese?
2-1, 2-1 to SAS.
Oh, okay. Do you think Baskirotto? Don't you believe in him flexing his muscles
By
against?
the way, I want to see Baskirotto called up for the La Nazionale, man. Come on, I mean,
Oh my
he
God.
he
I,
he can't be worse in terms of passion of the other 23 guys over there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I challenged Di Lorenzo to defend like him. Come on.
Exactly.
I
And now
challenged Di
अभी तो
Lorenzo.
गटुसो आया है ना, गटुसो के लिए तो यार Baskirotto is a player like, Gattuso, man.
Yeah,
What,
fair
what
enough.
did you guys make of Bonazzoli's opening goal last
What
week?
a
Oh
goal,
my
man. What a
God.
goal.
Oh my God. That's the funny thing
Like,
about DJ. Like
it's like,
Basketball's been.
like
Yeah. Sorry.
it's crazy. Opening weekend away from home,
I,
cinema,
yeah, and
man. That was
yeah,
like that goal was.
Bonazzoli being an Interista, like it all just it's that Calcio side of things that some of these stories just come into play out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's
Some
so
full
funny.
subplot,
Yeah, it's
100%,
a full,
full
I
subplot.
loved it. I'm
But
sorry.
he plucked that out of the angle was so hard. He plucked it out of thin
Yeah,
air. It was
exactly,
beautiful,
and
yeah.
he was marked closely also. It was not like he was free. So yeah, so
Yeah.
we've gone. Ajay has gone for a draw. DJ has gone for a Cremonese win. Guys, आप लोग comments में भी बोलो. I want to
DJ
see
has
that.
got Sassuolo win.
Sassuolo win,
Sassuolo.
sorry. Sassuolo win. आप लोग comments में team name के साथ बोला. I'm going for a Cremonese win 2-1. I'm going for a Cremonese win. I want to stay on that ship for a while. Lecce versus AC Milan, guys. AC Milan fans के बुरा time थोड़ा चल रहा है in the
Kamada.
sense that yeah. So sorry.
Kamada against Milan.
Camarda against Milan, Di Francesco against Milan.
Did you guys read about the Jashari
Yes,
issue?
Yeah.
exactly. I was coming to
Madness
that.
where after Boniface, now Jashari, but Nkunku is done, na? So I guess Vlaho will stay at, he's going to stay at Juve then, and matlab,
Yeah,
there is no option.
yeah. So I agree with you on that. But the thing is, you said Jashari, he's out for a while. That's a big blow for AC
I,
Milan.
I I think Param fractured fibula will be under a quarter, so 2.5 months at 3 months
Oh,
at best.
that's
But
terrible.
but the
And you feel
problem is that you first you have to recover and then you have to come up to speed to play with
hmm,
your new team. Anyway,
exactly.
you've not got the preseason with the team, so it negates the player's presence in that first maybe
Yeah.
4 to 6 months. But he's a
Hmm.
young guy, so hopefully, let's hope he has a
So
speedy recovery.
it sucks to see this because the kid was very eager to play for AC Milan and what he did
Yeah,
to get.
yeah.
So
And
sucks.
what a good signing, yeah. Great signing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ajay bhai, क्या prediction बोलते हो? Because people in the chat, Samulli says Lecce 1-1 Milan, Swayam says 2-1 to Milan, Abhijay says 5-0 Milan. But क्या बोलते हो
I,
अजय भाई?
I feel that Milan win this, but I feel Kamada will get. I mean, it is written in the stars for him to score against Milan.
Hmm.
But Milan
DJ
still
bhai,
to
what do
win
you
this.
think? DJ bhai, what do you think?
I think, guys, historically, Allegri starts very slow.
Yeah, yeah,
This
that's
should
true.
be a Milan win, but I think it'll be a 1-1 draw.
That's a boy. I think it will be a 1-1 draw. See, it feels to be one of those kind of games where when Milan don't have key players, they somehow randomly win, but मुझे still draw लग रहा है. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, also,
yeah.
also because Lecce again, I do not like EDF. Again, I'm tired of saying this, but then he actually played well. He did a good job in the first game week, and I think he'll kind of build on it. Lecce do have their weakness, which I'm not going to dive into, which I already did in the preview. But yeah, I think this is a 1-1 draw. So I have also said 1-0 win for Cremonese earlier. Um, this is one of the highlight games of the weekend. DJ Bhai, you said Allegri starts slow. Italiano also starts very slow. Like this is a known fact with Italiano. He starts slow. Bologna showed that against Roma. Ajay Bhai, Roma, you guys outplayed them. Ciro Immobile is out for 2 months. Emilio is injured. Casale got injured as well. They signed Jonathan Rowe from Marseille. But there is a lot of work to be done. Do you think Como win away from home at Renato Dell'Ara? क्या लगता है आपको?
Yeah. I think Como is this season's Bologna.
Ooh, that's a strong shout.
मेरे
We
को लगता
missed
है,
you.
I think I'll go for a draw on this one. Still, I'll give
Hmm,
the home advantage to Bologna.
I think
interesting.
1-2 Como.
Como. And I like that we missed you in the mega preview for this only. But yeah, this is a very hard game to predict. I want to see in the comments, guys. I think Como edge it, but a very scrappy game. I think like Bologna will try to win, obviously, because at home they're a good side, but I feel Como wins this. 1-0 Como
Yeah,
or yeah, I think 1-0 Como, not even 2-1. Soham says
yeah.
2-2 entertaining draw. Samunli says 2-1 to Como. We go next to Parma Atalanta. Oh my god, this is going to be like a this is not even peak Atalanta. So I feel like a scoring game, or like, I don't know. DJ, what do you think? Because this is like a very weird game to predict. I'm finding this very
I
tough.
think I I think I think very hard to find goals in this game, but I think Atlanta will find one. One love.
One love. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई?
Maybe even I go for Atlanta win here. Maybe a 3-1 win.
Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. I'm finding this difficult. Either I go for a draw or an Atalanta win. Keep an eye on Parma's new striker Pellegrino. They still again have a lot of work to do. So let's see. Swayam says 2-2 draw. Vijay says 2-1 for Como. Samunli says 0-0 for Parma Atalanta. Swayam also says 0-0. Interesting predictions. We have Pisa Roma. Ajay bhai, you're up next. You're going to Pisa Stadium, which is not an easy atmosphere to play in. By the way, उनके पास एक मस्त atmosphere होता है, वो लोग create करते हैं. They're actually, whenever your clubs travel to Pisa, it's not going to be easy to play. But what do you think, Ajay bhai? क्या बोलते हो? Obviously, Pisa में quality थोड़ा lacking है. But what do you think? Do you think Roma should be able to pull this off?
I'll go for a narrow 1-0 win again. Away on the road.
1-0. Interesting. I think I think I'll go for a 1-0 Roma as well. At best, if Pisa can get anything, maybe it's draw. But क्या बोलते हो DJ? Because again, a very difficult. I mean, in terms of atmosphere, it's not going to be easy. They actually have very passionate fans and they create a very good atmosphere. But the quality wise, the team is still a work in progress and a major work in progress.
I think Param, the Roma team, that the few glimpses that I got in the highlight reel, they look very good to me. So I feel
Hmm.
like Gasp's not only system, his thinking is kind of being absorbed very well. So I think this Roma team is going to be one of the fastest starters this season, and I think this one is going to be a 2-love to Roma.
Fair enough. That's a good prediction. Krish says 2-0 Roma. Krish, nice to have you, by the way. Been seeing your comments. Chris says 2-0 Roma. Pisa 3. Sorry, Roma 3. Pisa nil. Samunli, very confident. Roma 1-1. Pisa says Abhijay. He says 3-0 for Atalanta. And Swayam says 1-0 hard fought Roma win.
Yeah.
Next is Napoli Cagliari. Very interesting. It's kind of a rivalry of the South in a way.
Napoli
Uh,
wins this, yeah, Param.
yeah, the fans of these two
Three
clubs
three
love
love,
3 love.
3-love Param.
मैं तो फिर भी I think Napoli will still concede, but yeah, 3-1 maybe. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Napoli wins this.
I think 2-0 because Cagliari, मैंने जो भी बोला था Cagliari के बारे में, very interesting project. They want to relaunch the youth of Italy. उनका coach भी, somebody asked me, I think Badri, an Inter fan, asked me about Cagliari. Their coach is Fabio Pizzacan. If you remember, he's the former Serie A player of Cagliari, legend, Cagliari legend. Very interesting project, Italian youth and everything, but too much for I think still too much for Napoli. Signings to be made, and I go for a 2-0 Napoli win here. So let me know your predictions in the comments. I think KDB will have a good game here. Genoa versus Juventus. Chris says UA aren't ready. He's a Genoa fan. He says UA aren't ready. But DJ bhai, to start with you again, DJ bhai, you saw what Juventus brought to the table. Genoa, very difficult team to break down at the Marassi, especially. We've all experienced it. Not an easy team to play. They've had one of the weak. They've had a weak Mercato. You can stay kind of. They've not spent a dime. They've only signed free transfers or loans, but still decent experience in there. What do you think? Are you confident that UA can win this, or a tough game to at the Marassi?
Hard one, Param. I don't see
Huh.
Juve lose. That's good because earlier I would, last season I would have maybe suspected even a loss, but I think it looks like a 1-1 game to me. But if there's a winner, it'll be Juve 2-1.
Fair enough. Fair enough. क्या बोलते हो अजय भाई?
I'll go for a 1-0 win in this. I think wins this away on
Hmm.
the road. Genoa at home are tricky, and they are very solid under Patrick Vieira. So UA will have to grind out a win, but I still feel that UA on the night
Yeah.
will win.
Yeah. जेनोआ विल बी हार्ड टू प्ले यूए के लिए, मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगा. पर ऐसा है ना कि जेनोआ का वो मार्केट रिलेटेड ऐसे सिचुएशन है कि अगर वो लोग चांसेस नहीं लेंगे ना, आई कैन सी यूवेंटस ग्रोइंग इनटू द गेम. सो फॉर मी इधर यूवेंटस जीतेगा नैरो या फिर ड्रॉ होगा ये, बिकॉज मरासी में जाना बहुत मुश्किल चीज है. सो मैं उसके लिए थोड़ा फैक्टर रखूंगा, बट आई स्टिल थिंक यूवेंटस थोड़ा फेवरेट है इधर. कमेंट्स में लोग बोल रहे हैं, people are saying UA 2-1. That's Abhijay Swayam says UA 2-0. Chris says, being the optimist Genoa fan, he says 1-0. I'm biased. Samunli says 2-1 to UA. Torino Fiorentina, Ajay bhai. Torino is not, of
I
course.
honestly don't know what to expect from this game, but I think
Yeah, it's really
Fiorentina have
good.
a midweek conference league
आज
game.
आज
The,
अभी they're
तो
playing right now as we speak. I think their match began. Oh, they're down. So aggregate, they have a
Wow.
3-0 lead to this Ukrainian club, but they're now trailing 1-0 at home. So it's 3-1 on aggregate. So this is the issue with Fiorentina. You can absolutely expect them to bottle this. I won't be
Yeah, yeah,
surprised.
yeah. But
But
I
yeah,
still
so
think I'll go for a draw. I'll go for a 0-0 draw in this.
fair enough. Yeah, this is a very weird game. Again, DJ Bhai, we spoke about Torino. There's a lot of work to be done under Baroni. I feel the project is there. Forget Cairo. I'm saying the coach and the players are decent, but the problem is they've not had that preseason properly, and it was evident against Inter. They are not in the right headspace physically as well, apart from the headspace. So I think Fiorentina wins. I think Fiorentina wins here. What do you think, DJ Bhai?
Mm, 1-1.
1-1. Interesting, interesting. Lastly, last few games, Inter, Udinese, and Lazio and Las Verona.
Wow,
Ajay bhai,
wow. अरे
yeah, अभी
कौन
जैसे
संडे रात को कौन लाजो एलासोरो डालता है मतलब what the hell
at,
man.
at least they didn't keep it at 9:30 over some big game, is what I will tell you.
अरे but
Abhijay's favorite. हाँ, बोलो बोलो.
uh, this is the prime time slot no,
Yeah,
or
that's true. That's true.
as per Serie A.
As per Serie A. But yeah, before we come to Abhijay's
ये तो
favorite
तू
match.
तू ले ही मत यार, ले ही मत, ये तो इंटर विन है खत्म.
अरे भाई ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. See again, Udinese not great. We discussed Inter obviously expected right now flying high at least. क्या बोलते हो आप लोग? I think we'll win 2-0 or something. I think we
Yeah,
should be able to win
I
without
think
much.
what someone is saying, even I feel it will be a high scoring Inter score line. 4-0 तो
हाँ,
है
अपने
ही यार.
5. I'm seeing. What do you think, DJ bhai? Like I'll come to the comments, but
No,
what do you
yeah,
think about?
I'm not seeing four. I say comfortable Inter win and they'll cruise. I mean, they'll switch off to love.
Fair enough. Yeah, some only says 5-0. Wow.
Yeah,
So
even
I
I
am.
could see a 3+3 goal score
Mm,
line. I think Udinese
yeah,
are absolute crap. Especially they sold Biol to Leeds. कोई
yeah. Be
they've not
always there.
कोई रिप्लेस ही नहीं किया. उमर सोले का पता नहीं क्या है.
No,
Inter
yeah.
is
If
going to
he,
have
if
a
he gets
field.
convicted, there's like I mean, if he's found guilty, he's convicted and they're screwed.
Yeah, yeah.
So sorry. Just to look at the comments, Swayam says 4-0 Inter. Baap Torino 1-1 Fiorentina. Krish 0-0 Swayam 2-1 Inter. Krish Abhijay says 4-0 Inter. My God. Yeah, I
To
see a.
to love, they'll be very comfy. I mean,
Yeah, that's what
it'll.
I agree. I think two love Udinese is still not that simple to break down. It's we always know Udinese are a physical team, so 2-0 is what I see for Inter. And this, my word, what a game! This is always like the funniest game because of the memes. जैसे स्वयं ने बोला है मैं वो चीज बोलूंगा नहीं स्ट्रीम पे बट क्या लगता है डीजे बैनर्जी व्हाट आर यू गाइस प्रेडिक्टिंग हियर
Yeah, Param, I feel like Lazio this season's going to be in the dumps. It's going to be very, very hard season for
yeah
them.
yeah
Uh, but this one will perhaps be maybe a hard fought 1-1. Maybe
I'm going
Lazio
for a
coming from behind.
Hellas away win.
Yeah, मैं Abhijay, you're going to hear something unexpected from me and Abhijay. I think Hellas will win. I genuinely feel this is
Yeah.
crazy, but मेरे को लग रहा है DJ by what you said ना, they're going to be in the dumps. Like I legit feel like ठीक है, Sari is serious about the project. He will try his best, but this Lazio, the mood is not good. Like they might be trying in preseason,
Yeah,
but now
true,
with, with Hellas
true.
reinforcing with these 3 signings, मुझे लग रहा है ना ये कुछ तो निकालेंगे. And Lazio for me, I have them in like for me even in like table finish, I have them 10th or 11th like Ajay bhai. Like I don't even have them
Yeah,
in the top
yeah.
6.
I
Yeah,
I tend to agree. They will
yeah,
finish bottom half. Yeah.
things are looking
And
really
also
bad. And
big loss. Losing Igli was such a big loss, yeah. Like
yeah,
he's done such
big.
a fabulous job at Milan. Like
Yeah,
really, Param, Italian clubs for whatever reason were such poor sellers, right? Juve
yeah,
especially is the worst of the big three. But if you see the work he's done with the sales,
Hmm.
fabulous, yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I really
definitely.
I haven't seen that side of him at Lazio. So maybe like Milan is just
Because
giving him a bigger canvas to, launch from. Like I think
yeah,
I was just so impressed with the sales.
see he's been error prone as a director, but at Lazio he had the biggest limiting factor in Claudio Lotito, right? He used to dictate everything at the end
I
of the
think
day.
no,
Now,
it's not only that now, also somewhere a function of a guy like Allegri, who's a
yeah,
winning coach with a winning mentality. I think they make a
absolutely,
very good team, you know.
absolutely agreed.
So
So yeah, we've gone
so
for a
it's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
1-1 for me. 1-1 for me, Lazio come from behind.
Like I love the way you put it. Like 1-1, you gave Lazio a chance, but from behind. I like that. Me and Ajay have gone for a Hellas win, and Yeah, people are saying
Hellas beat them from behind.
Lazio. Abhijay says Lazio are brothers, but we have to smack them 3-1. Hellas 3-1. Yeah, nil-nil is what I'm saying. So we'll close this. I'll just take the last closing comments and we'll end this, Ajay bhai. I know we need to close this. We've gone on for long. But yeah, I think I've taken every comment. There's not much left. Yeah. Any closing thoughts from you guys before we close? DJ bhai, Ajay bhai, anything you want to say?
DJ, go first,
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry I missed the mega preview, but I think
No worries.
I miss seeing everyone's predictions. But I think top four for me, guys, is going to be very very interesting. Yeah, I think
So
the
DJI,
we
quickly
have
do this. Quickly do this. Since you are not there, quickly we miss. Let's finish this, Ajay bhai. Your top four, your bottom three, your top four, and your so your bottom three and top seven basically, and or your Kapoka Donier for the season.
hard
Yeah.
hard. So bottom three, I think I said it last year for Udine, but I feel like they will struggle this season. Uh, Cremone are going to be there as well.
Hmm. Good.
Mm,
Cagliari, Pisa.
uh,
Lazio.
Hell.
I, I think Hellas and Pisa also I would give them a shout. I feel like Hellas will also
Ooh.
not have the best season. Top seven guys is so tricky. It's so tricky. So I was actually underestimating Inter, but I feel like she was kind of left off where Inzaghi
Hmm.
kind of
Hmm.
moved. I think he's kept the rhythm, but I see Param's point. If they don't reinforce in defense,
Yeah.
that's the difference between finishing top four and out of the top four.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
they uh, if they get a defender before end of season, I think I would put them in with a run for the top three. So I would go Naples one.
Hmm.
The tricky one for me, guys, is AC Milan. I don't know where they are. Like I just can't get a read on them right now
Yeah.
because Allegri and Tare have worked really well, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know if they've done enough just yet because I feel like the Milan defense is a little struggling. Jashari
Hmm.
now with his injury is, and I also think like attack is a little bare bone. I think that I don't know when Kunku is good enough to hit the ground running. He's a bit green, like he's too
Hmm.
young. So I
Hmm.
originally was thinking Naples and AC one and two,
Hmm.
but I would have to amend that. I think I would go with Naples and Inter one and two. Um, I think three for me, this Juve team if they stay fit and
Hmm.
because I see a big drop off between the
Hmm.
starting 11 and the bench. If
Hmm.
the starting 11 stay fit and Tudor kind of conserves energy well, I think they can finish third. I would give them
Hmm.
a shout for third. And I
Hmm.
think fourth would be um between Roma and Milan. I think that is the way I would position them. I think Roma and
That's a,
AC clear
hmm.
runoff. Um,
Hmm.
Gas versus Max.
Hmm.
Uh, where are we then? Como for me are going to be the Bologna this season, and I think they
Fair
are.
enough.
I would put them sixth. Um, seven.
Hmm.
Who have I missed? Yeah, I think Atlanta at seven,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and
That
and
that's
I
not
and I feel Juric replaced by Mota come Christmas.
wow. Bold, bold, bold. Quick thoughts on this. People want you to answer this Savona deal to Nottingham Forest. Another Italian moves to
What
the pipe.
what are the numbers, guys? I've not seen it. Like what's
15
going
million,
on?
right? 15 million. Let me see what Fraudizio has tweeted. Just hold on quickly. But initial thoughts as a player, quickly, what do you think?
Yeah,
Big
Param,
loss.
no, I wouldn't say big loss. Yeah, the thing is, Tudor wants to play a three-man D, and he wants wing backs in that formation. So Savona doesn't fit there, and he was going to. He's also not like entirely the finished article as a fullback.
Hmm.
Mota, but I did see him as very decent depth if he was groomed to play RCB, which is also perhaps something Tudor's not trusting with him with enough. But I think he has the makings. You
Hmm.
know, going to Nottingham, I don't know if it's good for his growth, but I would take the 15 million. Oh, it's here we go. We're done, right?
Yeah, 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 15
What are the
million.
numbers?
excess of 15. It's a package of something more than 15 million. 15 million base fee plus bonuses. Not bad, not bad, not
Not
bad.
bad. I think I would take that deal. I would take that deal as things stand. Do we have a 10% sell-on clause?
नहीं कहीं कुछ दिया तो नहीं है.
I think जो Hoisin के साथ हुआ था, I don't see that happen with Savona. I feel like though Savona will grow, I think in a couple of years he'll be back in Italy
Yeah,
at a very similar number. I don't see an inflate in his fee. Uh,
yeah.
I would be happy with this money because I'm assuming this money is going to go straight to Zagrova, and
Yeah.
that's going to be a very
Oh,
very handy,
that,
very very
that's going
handy
to be.
signing.
Yeah, you will need
Guys,
one more.
I genuinely think that if you see Juve's attack, if Jagrova comes in, you have Jagrova, Kolo,
Yeah, that's a good
Yildiz,
attack. That's a very
Jonathan David. That is, to me, a little old school level Juve attack.
yeah.
Absolutely stacked,
It's a deadly
great
attack.
depth,
Yeah, it's a
very, very
deadly.
good attack
I
from a
think
European standard.
Juve do need that one more attacker to kind of complete the potency, and that's where
Yeah,
because Chico
yeah, yeah.
Conceição for me doesn't cut with the end product, so very selfish player.
Yeah,
So
but
no,
you're right. His poor decision making, but he's a grinta player, Param. That's what I like
yeah,
about him. I don't. He makes very poor decisions once he's in the box, but his ability to beat the man makes him. His dribble percentage
Yeah, yeah.
also is
yeah,
excellent. So
yeah.
so I think that is some. And Jagrova is actually a Chico mirror. They're the same player essentially. You know,
Zegrova to me is a bit more level-headed, but yeah, also Ajay bhai, there is.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead, Nikhil. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I'm happy with where Juve is going in attack. I feel like we're one midfielder short, and I think we need that LCB very badly, along with the wing back. So those three, four players, I think over the next couple of windows, you'll see a more complete Juve team that can compete across three fronts, with good depth.
Fair
Uh,
enough, fair enough.
and then, of course, it comes down to the coach. Yeah, I don't know how Tudor is going to be, how long he's going to last. But for the time that he's here, I'm very happy with the energy he's bringing to the squad. So
Yeah,
yeah, so I don't think Savona's a big loss. I think we will replace him intelligently.
fair enough. Also, Ajay bhai, very quickly, this is also happening. Very curious to see how Conte manages Hoyland, Lukaku,
Guys,
Lukaku's.
is Dobvik and Jimenez happening? The exchange, the swap deal, is that
क्या
happening with
बोलते हो अजय
Milan?
भाई? Yes, क्या बोलते हो अजय
I don't want it to happen. I still feel that
भाई?
Dobik has got a lot to give. I still feel that he can. He
Yeah,
did
that,
very well last year.
It all comes down to how Gasperini is perceiving him. Now, I feel like Gas may want the Jimenez kind of player. Though
but
I like what I see of
Jimenez,
Dobvik. I
but for me, Gasperini is that kind of a coach, na ki he needs that striker to do something extra, and Jimenez
Yeah,
is a
Jimenez has
pure
been
poacher.
absolutely piss poor against Roma. All
Like
the times
he's
I've
been
seen him, and we
no,
played Feyenoord so many times over the last few
I feel
years.
like Jimenez is going to be like a Skamaka for Gas. Like
No, no, no,
I
no,
don't know. I no.
no.
he
उतना quality
problem is
नहीं.
he realized he needs really high quality service, and that's why it's a very difficult thing with Jimenez to make it work because if your service isn't good.
I would rather go for Alex Jimenez, the right wing back.
Yeah, he's apparently had a bust up with he's
Yeah,
with the dressing room,
yeah,
so he's on his
yeah,
way. Look
yeah.
at this, guys. What we predicted is 18 minutes and it's 3-2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Where is the
Fiorentina.
club
Is
from, Param?
is Fajoli playing Param?
Let's see. Yeah, he is. Komuzzo. Oh, what has he done? We need to tune into this game. Like, what has he done? Okay, so he made a direct error leading to a goal. Okay. Interesting. 20-year-old, he'll learn, I guess, but not looking good for Fiorentina. And yeah, not looking good, guys. But let's see.
I'm loving the middle two of Fiorentina ex Juventus middle two.
Yeah. Let's wrap this stream, guys. हमने सब
Yeah,
comments.
Edin Dzeko uncle is also returned back to Serie A.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Uncle Edin Dzeko.
We're
But no, yeah,
we're we're
thank you
quickly
guys.
becoming guys. We're quickly becoming ISL only.
I
Yeah,
swear.
ISL. Yeah, नहीं yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Everyone in the comments, in the panel, thank you guys for coming. थोड़ा लंबा चल गया, but with the UCL, it was going to drag on. Again, thank you guys for subscribing. As always, there are now only 8 subscribers away from 2K. So hopefully you guys can get us there. We reach 2K, and obviously the content will keep coming. Please subscribe to Ajay Bhai's channel. He keeps dropping videos every now and then. And DJ Bhai will be on the panel as well more often and everything. And soon, once the market slams shut, like last year, we'll be doing our tier maker because once the market closes, the teams look very different because in our mega preview, we had Hellas Verona for relegation. Now, after seeing the market, me and Ajay have removed Hellas Verona from relegation altogether. So yeah, we'll be
Hey,
doing our
I had all three promoted sides staying up
yeah,
and
yeah,
three sides going down. उसमें से Parma तो I had for
yeah,
sure going down. Lecce
yeah,
I had, and
yeah.
I think like DJ Baje Udine se are also in serious danger, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I think
Hey,
Ajay bhai.
I have one last
बोलो
announcement to
बोलो
make. Just
बोलो
going to
बोलो.
tease something. अपना नया
हाँ,
logo आने वाला है, Calcio चर्चा का logo. So stay
yeah,
tuned.
yeah. Stay tuned. That is on note of 2K. So the faster we hit 2K, is probably when you'll get to see the logo. So make it
The
happen.
new Calcio चर्चा logo.
Yep, it's been ready for a while. We have just been waiting to hit 2K. So keep an eye on logo, because this logo, while I like it, but it was a very casual logo. I made using Microsoft Copilot. So because मेरे दिमाग मैं कोई editor नहीं हूँ, कुछ नहीं हूँ, मैंने simply AI से बनाया था ये logo. While it has, I think, lasted us well, it has done a good job. I think it's time to move on to a more, user friendly logo. So something new will be dropping. As Ajay said, keep an eye out, and we'll see you guys very soon. See, content will drop. There'll be a short dropping with Chintan by tomorrow. So keep an eye. So yeah, ciao ciao guys. We'll see you. We'll see you very soon.
Notte, buonanotte.
Ciao tutti.